Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Let me just immediately turn down the sound because, oh my gosh, that's loud. Man, that song is so hype. It's probably a bit too much hype for what we're doing today. It's a bit of a chill one today. Hiya, Sam. Hiya, Ildra. How you guys doing? How's everyone doing? Oh, I think the music's still a bit loud if I'm not mistaken. I've only got one headphone in, so it's hard for me to tell. I'm sorry today, I'm still a little bit sick. If I cough or if I sniffle, I'll do my best to mute it, but yes. We'll see how today works out. Doing pretty good. I'm doing good as well. I had a bit of a rough weekend. Where I was kind of like all flued up with cold and a cough, and it's still kind of not gone. It's still kind of audible right now. I'm currently sucking on a lozenge, a Ricola, as Swiss as I can be. Does the rest of the world have Ricola? As in Rilcola? I think that's how you spell it. Like, because I've seen it in the UK before, I think, and the adverts for it are just the most Swiss thing in the world, where people are basically yodeling the name. I don't know if the rest of the world has it, but yeah. Ricola. It's very good for the throat. I've been sucking on it all week. Okay, that sounds a bit weird, but it's been like half of my diet. It's pretty good. It's pretty good for when you've got a sore throat and you just need something to suck on. Okay, maybe they don't have it outside of Switzerland. I thought they had it in the UK. Maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, how are we feeling? We had the last life. Last life? Last life. Not last life. Last life was like ages ago. Hiya, Ellie. Double life. Honestly, I'm going to be calling it Last Life to the end of my days because I'm just so used to saying Last Life. Any of the Traffic series, any of the Life SMPs, from now on, I'm probably going to stumble over and call Last Life at some point, let's be honest. Let's be honest, the more Traffic SMPs there's going to be, the more problems we'll have with me remembering the correct name, let's be honest. Ever be able to get over that ending? Oh, that was such a cool ending, man. Okay. I'm gonna go over to my iPad. Let's go over to my iPad. And one thing that I am gonna do. Oh no, that is visible. Awesome. Last Life it does have more of a ring to it than Double Life. You've only got one syllable in last. It falls off the tongue. Must be happy that there is a new winner. Yes, I was very salty. We had a bit of an issue in our Discord. On the day that it was released, someone spoilt it. Very unceremoniously left as well, because it's like they just ruined it for most of us on purpose. About who won, but in the end, kind of like who actually ended up winning wasn't Scott in my eyes. Oh, by the way, spoilers if you haven't watched it, but I think that's already pretty clear, guys. It's been a couple of days. Yeah, Scott basically blew himself up, which means Pearl was kind of the last one. It was Scott and Pearl, but they were never really a duo. Yeah, I tried to delete the messages right after. I was so salty, but they basically, I was really nervous when they'd said that because it was a case of, he does have half of the brain cells of the entire server, let's be honest. He's just really tactically very good. He was just, I'm thinking like the only reason that he didn't get that far in Third Life is just wrong place, wrong time. Hiya, Zimmer. I'm just realizing this, I should have started this lozenge way before the stream. I started it like 10 minutes before I started the stream, but it's like, I'm still sucking on it. So, excuse me if you hear like a little clatter of a lozenge against my teeth. And I'm just feeling so much more spit than usual build up in my mouth that I keep needing to swallow. Anyway, I was really nervous that actually Scott was going to be the one like that is left to be won. Does that make sense? That's just kind of like how they're going to leave it. But then when he blew himself up, it kind of showed that it was Pearl's win, not Scott's, which I think is so much more poetic because everyone abandoned Pearl throughout the entire series. Everyone just... No one wanted to team up with her. No one kind of like... Everyone betrayed her. You've got... I had a happy surprise. Kinda. Yeah, kinda. because I thought it was going to be Pearl and Scott winning. You know what I should do? Like we always do. I'm going to hop into the Everyone VC if anyone wants to join. There we go. In the streamer hangout, we have a Discord. If you want to hop into the Discord, Tilly Death Do Us Part. So much fan art of the Tilly Death Do Us Part. Why did they have to end it? Why? I'm going to deactivate the Discord icon again until someone joins. Why did they have to end it on like on such a bad pun? Let's be honest. He did leave her again. Ooh, he did leave her again. It's kind of painful. Ah. But they left it on a pun, and honestly, it's painful that they left it on a pun. But I'm not surprised. I'm not disappointed because it's was it Last Life again? It's the Life series. We don't take these things too seriously. Only in the animatics do we take things too seriously. But oh man, so many poetic endings. I loved it so much. And you kind of think about like some of the deaths were really stupid. But if you think more about the deaths, they're all so poetic. Like how they ended. So good. You need more 5 a.m. Pearl. Yes, we definitely need more 5 a.m. Pearl. I feel like MCC is also 5 a.m. Pearl, isn't it? I feel like it's kind of around the same time. Same. Hiya, Starling. Enderman needs a price for the kills. Oh, yeah. Imagine if it was all the same Enderman. Did they manage to kill the Enderman any time? After it got them every time? Because that's like, what, 3 kills? Got Jimmy in the end. Got Big B and Ren. Got Green trying to make chaos. Yes, Green trying to make chaos is it's a very Green way to go. Honestly, I'm surprised that it hasn't happened before where a trap has blown up in his face or something. Yeah, the Enderman is the real winner. Enderman stayed on its green life. Or with its purple eyes, considering the lore that I have added to this thing with the Last Life animatics. With the purple eyes, has he always been the boogeyman? That's the question. Pardon me again if people just joining. I'm a little bit sick, so I'm sorry if I sound really like bogged up and a bit of a sore throaty. If I'm coughing every now and again, I'm gonna need a lot more water today, so you guys know what to do. I've had a bit of the flu at the weekend. Not the Rona, no need to worry. Just a bit of midsummer flu for some reason. Suddenly everyone got ill around me, I don't know why. I wonder if I gave it to my entire family or something, but everyone kind of has felt under the weather. Let's get those hydrates, yeah! Oh, just... My jaw, I've just over-stretched my jaw. When someone dies, the warden boom, you just imagine exploding from inside. Phew, that's a bit graphic, my dude. I don't think I'm gonna ever draw something like that. You've only seen Impulse, Joel, and half of Scott's episode, but you have many thoughts. Go on then, Craft. I'm in the Discord VC if anyone wants to hop in as well and chat. Let me know, announce yourself when you do, so that I can activate the overlay on the stream so people know when they're talking. Again, no expectation for anyone to join and speak, because I know some people have like don't really want their voice being online. I totally understand that. Oh, my iPad has switched off. That was awkward. Pearl was the last victim of the booty curse in Last Life. And it's almost like it stayed... Dude! Sam, that is such good lore! Oh my gosh! Write it down, write it down. Hold on, what is it? Pearl... Final... Boogie... I can't type. I'm so too excited to write properly. Boogie... In... L... Write it down, write it down! So you can't unmute. Have I got like really weird hold on. Have I got really weird restrictions, permissions? Oh, speak. Oopsie. Let's save those changes. Have I always only ever been in a different VC? Has it always been like other VCs? Oh, I guess maybe. Weird. It might be. You should probably be able to unmute now. Change the permissions, I think. Otherwise, we'll just hop in a different VC. Should be alright. guess. I don't know. Otherwise, we'll hop in other VC. I don't know. Let me know. Oh, we gotta hydrate. I'll hydrate. Lauren's suffering. I have not finished my notes yet. Give me a second. I'm just gonna bite on the rest of the lozenge. There we go. We good on the Discord side? You seem unmuted now, Sion. Anyway, Final Boogie in Last Life. Boogie curse. Oh, Boggy? Boogie curse. Stays.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Yes, we can hear you. Right, let me just activate the thing then. So that we can see who's talking when. Awesome.
I got a new headset, so I don't know how good this mic is.
You sound fine to me. You do the 10 hydrates, but you want to hear ukulele today. Oh. Oh, we might have a bit of ukulele playing today. I hope that's all right with everyone. I've got a new, we've got a new channel point redemption, and we're setting that up. I'm trying to reorganize my microphone. I tell you what, either I'm way too prepared for a stream usually, or I'm incredibly unprepared. And today was one of those days where I'm just incredibly prepared because my desk is clean, everything's good. Yeah, it's illegal to have more than Ellie. Right. Boogie Curse stays for double life. I love that concept so much. Oh my gosh. I don't know, what do we want to hop onto my notes? I've got a couple notes from this part. Oh, I do have a couple of sketches that I did, but I don't actually have them. I haven't actually taken a picture of them. We could do cursed camera view. We could do cursed camera view if we want. It's funny because while watching the first session and while watching the last session, I always I sketched. But like all the sessions in between, I was always kind of like either doing something in between or yeah, I was busy. And I didn't sketch in between. So first and second session, I think I sketched stuff. But we gotta do some grinding for some points here. I did draw a little bit of the final session. And I watched Martin's episode first, right? Because I really wanted to see his perspective, and I honestly really wanted Martin to win. I really wanted a Martin win, and I've wanted a Martin win from the start. One day we'll have it. Oh, 7 points for each other. Ooh. I guess if we rig a vote, one could send points to each other. Yeah, and predictions. But whether you want to do that. So. I don't know what am I thinking? What am I thinking? What's going on in my brain? I'm very scatterbrained at the moment because I've been all fogged up from flu and illness. So bear with me today, guys. Bear with me. It's a bit of a mess, but I really wanted to stream anyway because I really want to talk about this last session, man. So good. You want Zim to have 10k? Do we want to? It's probably going to be a while. Hold on. How much do you have? What is it? 9.6? 9.6. Oh, we'll chat a bit more until Zim has 10k, because this is just Red Pearl is PvP god. Honestly, I was looking at people, can't remember if it was the Reddit or if it was generally just people chatting about who's good at PvP in the series themselves. And people think like Joel is one of the best PvPers, which I never really thought. I mean, obviously they know better than I do since they've been playing with him personally. I never really thought that Joel was incredibly good at PvP. But like, yeah. It's interesting. I mean, I guess it makes sense with MCC and everything, but I never thought of him being amazing at PvP. I was really actually quite. I think it was Cleo and Martin discussing tactics where they were like, oh, take out Etho first because Etho is less dangerous. I'm like, what do you mean Etho's less dangerous?
Etho's dangerous, but in different ways.
True. Etho is just intimidating. Etho scares the flip out of people, including me. But also Joel on Red Life is quite intimidating as well, as we know from Last Life. Yeah. I like how Etho's scared of Cleo, yeah. I don't find Cleo very intimidating. She's just a lot of fun when she's on Red Life. It's kind of just... I guess it's scary experiencing her. but I just enjoy her from a fun perspective. Boat Boys was awesome. Joel fights aggressively, deals damage fast, but does not avoid damage himself. Kyo can be rather intimidating, true. But I just love her vibe. I love Joel's trap not failing. What was Joel's trap again? What did Joel make as a trap? Honestly, so many traps. I'm overwhelmed. Etho's just chaotic and it's just how Etho. I've talked about this many times before. It's how Etho plays the game. How you watch Etho play the game. He's just incredibly tactical about it, and he's very observant of other players. And so you kind of know there's a lot going on behind. Like he's thinking about a lot of things, and this was incredibly obvious in Last Life. Watching his perspective in Last Life, the ship burns, everything burns. Yes, so much fire. So much fire is going to be in this animatic. I can't wait. The brains and the brawn. Ah, true. Because I feel like Joel does not really have the brains. But honestly, having like this image of really buff Joel. Trap with TNT that killed Scar. Oh yeah, that one. Was it Joel's? I thought Etho came up with that trap. Is it? Did I just have that completely wrong in my brain?
Yeah, I think Joel came up with that one.
Joel came up with that. Okay, oopsie. Ethan's probably the member of Last Life, the Life series. I'm confusing everyone now as well. In terms of Minecraft mechanics, I think he understands the game incredibly well. Yeah. But I guess his intimidation comes from just how long he's played the game, how old school he is. But like. Yeah, I guess in that sense he's like a war veteran tactician, but not as like the spry young youth. If you get what I mean, not like up to date with all the PvP skills. I guess I don't know, but honestly, I think they were listing like the 5 best PvPers, and it was like Joel at the top, and then you've got Scott is quite high up there. Martin is also one of the top 5. Impulse's a bit of a genius, yeah. I didn't know that came from the Third Life. I watch Impulse's streams, and it comes up quite a bit. But I didn't know that came from Third Life. And then when I rewatched Third Life one day, and he said it, and I was like, oh my gosh, he said the thing! He said the thing, everyone! Calm down, calm down.
See, we're saying all of this, but then they died to the most 2012 Minecraft trap ever.
The lava, true. And that was also like Impulse told them like we need to be careful that this doesn't link up with the portal that we actually trapped earlier. Bless them. I thought they died in the Nether. Why did Ether dive into it? I think he immediately moved out of the portal. Before he realized what was happening, and then it was just kind of like there was no stopping it. They were all both gone. Funny enough, Martin could have gone the exact same way if he had moved at that point. Yeah, didn't realise until it was too late. Poor small Etho, yeah. They're not the boat boys for me. They've always been small Etho, in my opinion. I think that works way better as a name. Also in my notes. Yeah. Small Etho everywhere. What do we have? Can we just appreciate the moment of the Reds teaming up? Hi, a fresh cucumber, welcome. Can we just appreciate when all the Reds teamed up? It's almost like a curse trying to rally the Reds, really. Because Jimmy and Tango did it the previous episode. I saw someone mention this. I can't remember when it was, where it was. But I saw someone mention if you try to rally the Reds, it comes at a cost of your life. Because Tango and Jimmy tried to rally the Reds the previous episode. And then Green tried to rally the Reds the episode afterwards. And they both died the same episode. Like either realized before it was too late, but then decided it was worth the risk and trying to get out. Yeah. Would it? Yeah. I guess if they were both burning, it's just not going to work because you're taking double the amount of damage. Actually, setting both people on fire is an incredibly good tactical thing. Yeah, there's kidnapping Jimmy. Yeah. Yeah. That was a bit of pain. And I'm not going to draw that in the animatic in the end, I've decided. It kind of takes away from the drama that is happening. We're talking about Etho and Joel in the Nether portal accident where they died and lost their last life. It's kind of like, what the best strat, kill them both? Yeah, shit burns, everything burns, including us. Exactly, that is just the poetic... It was a stupid death, in hindsight. But I don't even know why they went to the... Why did they go to the Nether, guys? I have no idea. It does not make sense to me, but oh well. I missed that part of the conversation.
I think they were looking for the other team in the Nether.
Did they think they were in there? Okay. Well. Fun. But like... What? Yeah, again, why did Joel and Etho both go in there? I think Etho said something about like, if you die, I want to see you out. I want to see you. If that happens. Being the most powerful duo in the series and dying 3 times to dumb accidents. Yeah, actually. Yeah, the fishing rod, the Enderman. Yeah. But that kind of like just adds to the fun. I can't remember what I was going to say. But oh yeah, the poetic deaths. It was a stupid death, but the ship burns, everything burns, including them. Like, dudes, that was just, yes, thank you. Also, Etho has got a bad track record of burning in these life series. With his tree, his wall fort, his final death in Third Life. No, nothing really comes to mind in Last Life right now, but yeah, he's got a bad track record of burning. Poor guy. Each time it died, it was because of both taking damage. Needed to learn their lesson for the divorced couples. The divorced couples. Hiya, Hawking. Thank you so much for following. Hawkwing. Welcome. Nice to have you here, my dude. Oh, I feel like I need to cough again. I'm just like waiting so that I can quickly mute myself before I cough into the microphone and make you all your ears disgusted. Where? Oh, my brain is so I'm so scatterbrained. What else are we thinking? What happened to the enchanter in the end? It was placed it on the nether portal, didn't they? Just flammable like the relationship. Honestly, my personal headcanon is that whatever, like if any of you read, I did a little bit of fanfic writing concerning like some species swapping. If I actually don't know if I've released this part yet. It's kind of on my plan to release. But basically, I headcanon Etho to be some sort of race that is incredibly resistant to the cold, but at the same time, very like the heat damages them more, if that makes sense. So like the opposite of Tango in that sense, in my headcanons.
He's a snow golem.
He's a snow golem. Oh my gosh! Yes! Yes! Can we just... Good, now that we, happy that we, have that. Now we just see Etho Golem. Oh my gosh. We'll do that, we'll have a doodle stream soon. We haven't had one for a long time. But when I've finished the animatic, we'll have a doodle stream, guys. So someone remember that, and then we'll have that doodle stream, and I will draw Etho as a snow golem. Oh, that's so adorable. Oh my gosh. I can't even imagine B-dubs building him up like a snowman. That's so cute. That's why they built the ship on land. Oh, because he can go in the water or what? Golem slap. That makes me so happy. You guys have no idea. That brings much joy to my heart. You wanna build a snowman? I've just completely lost track of everything that my brain has just been taken over by that. Can't go in water, yeah.
Eat snow.
Eat snow. I just imagine Etho munching on snow, just like as if it were an apple, just casually having a snowball in his hand, and he's munching on it, and then someone comes up and looks at him going like, what are you eating? It's like, I'm eating snow. What just look I'm eating?
I mean, I do that.
Well, fair. Not yellow snow. No, not yellow snow. That would be real bad. Oh. This is, I honestly, this is just going to be such a chaotic stream. My brain is There's like literally no thoughts head empty here, so I'm just kind of going off whatever I see in chat. And we'll go from there. Fishing rods go in water. It's so the reason that he died of the fishing rod, because the fishing rod had been in water too much, and then it had too much water on it, so it just melted him, or what? I don't know what that.
A single fishing rod touched water the entire season.
Well, maybe while they were fishing people out of the ravine. It kind of probably touched water at some point then. But yeah, honestly, the fact that the fishing rod, that it was so prominent in the deaths, is kind of crazy. I think Ether was the only one to use one in Last Life, right? And then yeah, then you kind of have just everyone using it in Double Life. It is a bit OP if you have, like, I guess with the ravine and everything, if someone's down in the ravine, it's kind of OP that if there's someone below you that you can fling them up. Right, what else do I have in my notes? Oh yeah, the Reds teaming up, right? Can we just appreciate Grian's reference to the Fellowship of the Ring there? And then everyone kind of joining in on it. And I did actually draw something to it, so let me just see. Should we do a scuffed sketchbook review? Get ready for your stream. Awesome. I'm totally fine with that. If you're hopping on a stream and hopping in a VC. Pardon me. There was a reference to something. The Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Ring. Grian basically said, like, this is the Fellowship of the Reds. Who will join me? And then, I can't remember who. I think Joel was like, I give you my bow. And Grian was like, yes, that's what I wanted. And yeah, that's what it was. Hold on. It was really flipping dramatic. There were some things happening on the sidelines. But, okay. Let's just do, oh, I'm scared to go blank. Give me a sec. We could do this instead of going blank. Right. We have, are we ready, guys? Back to scuffed stream, scuffed camera angle, yes. I give my horn, yeah. So basically we have Grian, we have the Fellowship of the Reds, and then Joel, who's obviously Legolas, being incredibly dramatic, going, I give you my bow. And then B-Dubs, I give you my steed. And B-Dubs, in my opinion, is the dwarf. And then Etho bang, I give you my crossbow. And then they turn to Scar. And Scar's like, I just want revenge on my pandas. So that was the vibe. Also, what I have here is, we have, ignore that page. Ignore that page. That's planned for other things. Can we just appreciate the Scott and Martin dynamic of when they went up the water elevator and they were having their Pixar moment, and just Pearl and Cleo were like, this is who we're teamed with. We're teamed with a bunch of idiots. I can't believe we survived this long. It was just great. I mean, Martin's like so good at improv songs where he's like, one of them's Scott and one of them's not. One of them's, what is it, pretty, and one of them's hot. I just love it. It was so good. Yeah, exactly. That was like, I saw that and I was like, I have to draw it. It's yes. Especially with all the drama going on. Ooh, hello. We good? Have we been, oh gosh, I've been listening to my fan this whole time. I'm so sorry if we have. It's been like a constant sound. I attached my microphone to my fan almost when I pushed it to the side. Also, Pearl singing is very much adorable. Oh, can we just have a little side note on Hermitcraft? I will quickly deactivate since I'm the only one in the Discord. I'll deactivate that. Can we just have a quick tangent on Hermitcraft? I'm loving Impulse's idea for B-Dubs to go singing with people on the Dare Stick. Don't know if you guys saw that, but B-Dubs' Dare of the Dare Stick, he has to go to hermits and sing with them. And I think that's going to be some really cute interactions. I can't wait for that. He's definitely going to be able to get Pearl or Corrales to sing with him. That's going to work really well. And like Impulse said, I think it was Iskall as well. But imagine him getting like someone who would not sing usually. Like imagine him getting Etho to sing with him. That would be so... It's not going to happen, but it would be cool. It would be fun. Oh, I think he could get quite a few. Need to do someone, yeah, someone hard. Ether would be tricky. I think Doc would be tricky. I don't think he'd get Doc to sing with him very easily. Or, oh gosh, who would be the trickiest? Who do we think? I think those two are quite difficult. I wouldn't really know. I don't really know the personalities that well of the people that I don't watch, so I couldn't really give any information on like Jevin or something. I need a Doc and Ether duet. What? Snow Golem and Goat. And what are they gonna sing? One of them's Scott and one of them's not. One of them's pretty and one. Okay, important question. Which one is the pretty one? Which one's the hot one of Martin and Martin and Scott? Because I feel like it could go either way, and I like it both. I like both ways. Scott is pretty. Yeah, he kind of is pretty. I feel like that is the way that it goes. Scott pretty. Scott is hot and yes, that is the best answer. One of them's pretty and the same one's hot. Yeah. Forget about Martin. Yes. Oh gosh. Scatterbrained. What else we got? Final Yellow's hiding in the deep dark. I love how Scott, I had the conversation with Scott and Pearl, where after they went red, Scott was ready to go back to the Yellows to help them, but then Pearl just ditched him again, and he's like, okay. I mean, if it depends whose perspective you see it from. Each in their relationship, they each get ditched by each other at different times. Who's taller, Tango or Etho? Tango in my eyes. Hold on, I've actually got a height chart here, and it's actually I did this height chart while on stream once, just to kind of like make it easier for myself to understand the lifers. And I had Tango as one of the tallest. I think he was like as tall as Jimmy. He's like Jimmy's height. But then I realized, you know what? I really like the idea. I prefer the idea of Jimmy being taller than Tango. And so Tango is one of the tallest. My head can. I think Tango IRL is pretty cute. It's pretty cute. Oh my gosh. IRL is pretty short. Why did I say cute? Pretty short. Ignore that. Oh my god. Yeah, Peter brings a rock. Is pretty short. But like, I like the idea of Pearl is tall. Yeah, Pearl is, in my eyes, Pearl's pretty tall. And then, hold on, we're between Etho and Tango. Yeah, so they're kind of like, Tango's a little bit taller than Etho. I wanted to keep it consistent with the Short Kings are the shortest. Yeah, the shortest here. We're here for the short, yeah. I don't know about IRL. I haven't really looked up the heights IRL. How tall is B-dubs? Honestly, I haven't really looked at numbers because we have to look at metric, and then we'd have to look at this is just how much taller one is from the other, because looking at heights otherwise, I just find it, you dig yourself into a rabbit hole incredibly. B-dubs is 5'10". I mean, that's what he says. The question is that true? does he overestimate? Because with all the jokes going around. Brain is fried. 5'8". I mean, hold on. I wrote a thing where B-dubs turn into a dwarf, and I did do a bit of googling about B-dubs' IRL height. When it was kind of like looking at how tall he was in the end, or how tall he became as a dwarf, because it was like, there's a line in that fig where Impulse is like, it's just like a foot and maybe a couple of inches, right? So he's overreacting. It's totally not bad being a dwarf. Being a dwarf is fun. I'm a dwarf on Hermitcraft. With or without rock. Exactly, Sam. Exactly. So let's just say B-dubs with rock is like as tall as Martin, maybe. Hold on, let's copy and paste this. Copy and paste. So B-dubs with rock is like up there. really hard to see with everything else. But yeah. Rock plus style of hair, yeah. So sometimes the hair just goes like really spiky. Also, I've tried so hard. Because that is 19% rock, yeah. I've tried really hard for Etho's design. I've been kind of tweaking Etho's design a bit recently. I love how I'm just casually just hanging out in the stack where the animatic is on. Look at all the sketches, guys. Look at all the sketches I've been doing. Plus tall shoes. Yeah, there's been a conversation about him with tall shoes. But I've wanted... Where's the burning tree? There he is. I've wanted to kind of like play around with Etho's hairstyle. Etho looks kind of scared there. He's kind of in the warden there just chilling. Yeah. The warden in drawing. Guys, screenshots quickly. Too late, I was too quick. We'll see, you'll see them at some point when they're more finished. But I've been trying to kind of figure out Etho's hairstyle to keep it further away from Kakashi. Because obviously Etho is Kakashi. What's their name? Kakashi got a Kakashi skin. Hiya, General. What? No, you must be early. Yes, we're all early. Analyze the VODs after. Ellie, maybe I in this stream reveal a little bit more. Because guys, it's been a productive drawing day all weekend. I have not been productive at all. Okay, I met up with a friend. But I was really snotted up and I had a really sore throat and everything was just... I did not feel good. I'm gonna be honest. So it's like there was no proper drawing that I did. But I was so productive today. I'm so happy. I slept most of yesterday just to try and get healthy again because I'm like, okay, sleep makes me better. So I should sleep. I need to switch off my fan because it's literally drying out my throat. As soon as I've had something to drink, it's already really dry again. But it's hot in my room. Oh well. It's been really nice and cool today, but it's just within the evening, it's gotten hot again. Oh look, a Brit talking about the weather. And nothing new there. Right. Okay. But yeah, in my efforts to make Etho look less like Kakashi, I've given him this hairstyle, which kind of looks more like Kakashi, I'm gonna be honest. Oops. But I really like the hairstyle, so I'm keeping it. We're keeping it. Hold on, let's see. We'll give you guys a spoiler. Let's see if I have a drawing that is like has like Etho close up so far. I haven't really. This is just the building stage at the moment of the art of the animatic. So it's like no facial expressions, really no. It's just composition sketches, but like this is one of them of Etho where kind of like it's his hair going over his eye again or like over that side. And then it's all coming over on one side. So literally, I mean, Kakashi's is kind of like his hair kind of goes like that and it goes like that. And it's so similar to that and I'm like, oh no. Ah, yes, Etho. And then we let each other next 30 minutes. I'll tell you what, my brother showed the Last Life animatic to a friend. Never load an anchor on your guitar. Awesome. I hope you learned to play it because I discovered that song a couple days ago or like yesterday. I can't remember when one of the last Double Life animatic people. All the Traffic SMP animatic people made an awesome animatic to it. Actually, I need to figure out who this was. I need to figure out who made this animatic so I can go and plug them because they're amazing. It is the playground. They're the same person that did Pearlescent Attenborough. They made a Never Love an Anchor animatic and it's amazing. You guys gotta go check it out. Maybe with longer hair without a mask more. Nah, he keeps his mask. I'm just kind of accepting the fact that he looks like Kakashi now. I want to keep the Etho vibes. I'm not a fan of Etho with long hair. I feel like it doesn't suit him. I mean, people get to design the Minecraft YouTubers just as they want, but it's like not a personal design that I'd go with. So yeah, I want to keep the hair short. The song repeat and then you realize it wasn't. Oh, yeah. Oh, you were in love with an anchor. So have a good time learning that. Maybe I should learn that one. Any headcanon why he wears a mask? Hey guys, this is a thought that ran through my head while we were talking about Snow Golem. Maybe the person that built him, we were talking about Snow Golems, but like really messed up his mouth. And it's just a couple of like wonky stones making up his mouth, and that's why he hides behind the mask. Maybe, I don't know. I've seen a lot of people give him a gas mask, which I think is also a cool idea. Kind of like in the sense of if he can't breathe, depending on what kind of entity he is. Snow Golem brain rot. Yeah. Guys, I'm just gonna scrap the entirety of the species swap chapters that involve Etho and Joel. I've already written like 3 of them, 2 of them released. I'm gonna scrap them all and just do a whole new headcanon where Etho is Snow Golem and Joel slowly realizes that he's melting. Like Joel himself is turning into a Snow Golem as well, and he's just melting. Yay. Somebody use shears on him. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Can somebody use shears on him? What if, does that get rid of his mask and his hair, or? Oop. Oh no. My brain is just, this is great. I don't know how to leave this picture. Hold on, let me just, without spoil. Actually, no, I can just do this. Muhahaha. We'll go to here. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I've got a bit of etho brain rot at the moment. Honestly, funnily enough, I've got notes here right at the end of how many times. This is not complete because I haven't completed the entire sketch of the animatic yet. I actually haven't done this in a while. This is like the point of the second chorus, so this stretch here. I have barely drawn Etho and Joel. And I've only drawn B-dubs once. I'm like, oopsie. This is an incredibly Martin heavy and Tango heavy animatic right now. I've drawn those two a lot. Hi, Lemonade. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, it's currently very Tango heavy and very Martin heavy, but I really like drawing Tango. Gonna be honest, don't like drawing beat up B-dubs. Try saying that 5 times quick. Beat up B-dubs, beat up B-dubs, beat up B-dubs. That's really hard to say. Anyway. You must be on a rock. I mean, further on in the animatic, I'll have more showings. This is just like from up to the first chorus, which is the second chorus, which is here. Like this point, I've only counted up to like maybe like up to this point, and immediately afterwards, you'll have a whole bunch of impulse and ether. Wow, B-dubs. Then you'll also have more of them here, and they're gonna have dramatic deaths. Beatboxers can do it. Beat up. I'm not a beatboxer, so that's fine if I can't do it. Oh, right. What else are we thinking? With like the deaths. Oh yeah, Green's death. Firstly, he had really nice credits at the end where he kind of showed all the soulmates and stuff. I really enjoyed that, and it made me really strangely emotional just watching that warden rise up through the lava with like music in the background and then the credits, and I'm like, why is this making me so emotional? It's a Minecraft YouTube series. It's a Blockman it's a Blockman series. What is going on in my brain? I just had to step back. Yes, there are 2 Dannys, exactly. The credit scene is kind of neat, yeah. Oh, it was just so simple, and oh, I liked it a lot. Honestly, I mean, the warden is kind of like the only guy left really on the server because he's name tagged and he'll be running around. Time doesn't spoil anything. Tango's 10 minutes of black screen. True, but I don't think Tango could have done 10 minutes of credits, I guess. Yeah, I think that was a cool way of doing it. And also the way that people have made angst out of it. Oh my gosh. Can we just appreciate Chris Rin's quick, incredibly quick animatic that they did? of Scar. Why am I saying Scar? Of where is it? Where is it? Yeah, Go Home, Chrisrin. There it is. It was beautiful. It was so nice. I've seen the Never Love an Anchor. I have seen the Never Love an Anchor animatic. I left a comment on it. It's so amazing. It's so good. Yeah, he did actually see that animatic. Now fit double life with your headcanon for Scott. Awesome. Tilly death do us part. It's just so bad. So bad. Oh. I wish more people would have, like, after they died, given us, like, spectator mode perspective. I guess it makes sense that they wanted to have the people who won, that people watch from their perspective. I kind of wanted people, like, more to be following them around. I wanted to see the ghosts commentary, if that makes sense. Would have been nice. Oh well. Let's see. What else have I got in my notes? Oh yeah, what I wanted to add to Green's death is they ended up getting killed by a warden, guys, with Tango's trap. Even though Green did it himself, the warden got them in the end. Tango and Jimmy had their revenge beyond the grave. So poetic, yeah da 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 da. Rancher's revenge. Cleo's watching after she's dead. I think some people were. Oh, it was so... Yes. I love that. Again, very poetic. Love it. It's gonna... Despite being a mob kill, because I don't really show mob kills much. Despite being mob kill, I will show that in the animatic. Love it. Yeah, Cleo wasn't dead for very long, true. Oh. Oh, hello there, Tide Hollow Cat. Thank you so much for following. Welcome. Welcome. Nice to have you here. Not necessarily the phrase, but definitely the way Scott ended the series. I just started writing down and got frustrated. Oh, yeah. It's, I tell you what, I did like a bit of just general writing on my iPad. I didn't have access to my phone on holiday because it was locked. It locked me out. But I had access to my iPad and I just started like on notes, just writing because I felt like writing. And I just, it's the worst. It's literally like, I have this keyboard that I get to type around on. It's so annoying. Tilly quote would be very bad in any other situation, but it is poetic here. Green was all watch law and was killed by something mob sound based, something there maybe? Sight versus hearing. Ooh. I think Cleo has Cleo does have a someone definitely did. I did watch someone's perspective. It could totally have been Cleo. Yeah. It's good. We liked it. Have we got anything else to... Enfilandro. What is Enfilandro? Did I miss... Yeah, what does Enfilandro mean? Auto text. Enfilandro. Of the ending? Aha, perspective of the ending. Did you want to say ending, my friend? Enfilandro! I feel like we now need a mascot on the channel called Enfilandro. Is from New Brand Word, yeah. Copyright that, Zimmer. Wasn't Spanish for some reason. Oh, what does it mean? What does it mean? You don't know what it means. Okay, we have to Google this now. I'm intrigued. I've got too many tabs open. Enfilandro? I feel like English. Let's see what it means before I find out that I'm just saying something really awful. Road. Hey. It's like row your boat. Put in a row. Aha, or row some. To direct to put something in line. It would be really cool if it actually means row, as in like Katie Row, like rowing. That would really, for some reason. Heading, apparently. Okay. is troublesome, definitely. Alejandro. Cucumber. Oh, I need to. Babomba, definitely. Babomba. I'll tell you what, if we have the ukulele today, there's no promises that my voice is going to be up to it. It's just going to be an awful singing. It's going to be awful singing. To make one's way. Okay. Okay, interesting. Spanish. We learn Spanish on this channel. Right. So, I think we can move on to... I still have a couple of notes to show you guys that I didn't have previously. We'll get back to this page in a bit. Making one's way. Okay. For some reason, the first thing that came up to on my screen was road. As in R-O-W-E-D. I don't know. So, I have notes. I have literally finished the planning of the whole animatic. I did that today again. It's been a productive day, and I'm so hyped that it's been a productive day because that's so good. Oh, only done 7. I had to leave for a minute. Wow. That's what AFKing is for, Zimmer. I have finished the planning of the animatic. It took a long time. Spanish said, "Hola, soy Dora." Literally, all my Spanish that I learned was from Dora the Explorer at like age 5. Funnily enough, it was probably the language that I could kind of speak better than, like I knew more words than in French, I guess, when I started French. But like the next language that I knew when I was until I started French was Spanish. I knew a couple of words, and then French, I started learning French, and all the Spanish that I knew and learned passively from a children's TV show, just gone. Ren slabs B-dubs. Oh, slabs. As in, okay, question is slabs, as in he takes etho and slaps B-dubs with etho? Or is it just Ren slaps? So ironic. You're in Spain right now. Awesome. Stop uploading while I'm live. Damn it, Wells Night. Yeah, damn it, Wells Night. I don't know any of these languages. It's a bit unfair, Lemonade, if none of us understand what is being typed. 6+ years, not to brag. Awesome. I don't get it, my dude. That's the whole point. Ren turned B-dubs into a slab. Does that mean he turned B-dubs into a snow golem? Yeah, exactly, Zimmer. It is an English stream. We have our language learning tangents, but as long as we know what the stuff means. List of 3 love songs you found through Animatic. Curse has never loved an anchor, and Strawberry Blonde. Oh my gosh, I love Strawberry Blonde. It's such a cute one. Such a cute song, and I've got an idea for an OC animatic with those ones. With that song, but I can't do it yet because it's too spoilery, and Zimon and Alina have told me not to do it because it's too spoilery. I can't do it yet, guys. Oh, you made me you made me feel so yes. Oh, you made me dubstore. Man, my brain is no longer working. Hang Hul. Mr. Lemonade, we'll keep it English in the chat as long as unless it's kind of like we know what is being said, because otherwise something could be bad. Sorry, Blind Animatic is genuinely heartbreaking. It is, and that's how I discovered that song, and it is genuinely one of my favorite songs at the moment, and has been since I discovered it when it came out. It's adorable. I forgot English, I guess. English no longer works. It's Korean for Korean. Oh, okay. But actually, I have like started learning Strawberry Blonde on the ukulele. It's a really difficult one. It's like it's got, with every single beat, it feels like there's a different chord. But same, you've started learning it on the guitar. It's so cute. It's such a cute song. I can't even. Same, everyone's learning it on some sort of instrument. It's such a cute song. Oh, but yeah. Right. I can't remember how far I got last time with my notes and how much I shared with you guys. I think I got as far as the instrumental. And it's the instrumental that I want to get your guys' opinion on. And I want to do some drawing for it today as well. Depending on how much energy I have and if my voice gives out, I'm going to be honest. I need to go and refill my bottle soon anyway. We've barely had any hydrates, guys. I'm disappointed. I'm going to have to drink on my own, which is a rarity. Oh, you just like it. Chat like, okay. From Above. What's the song From Above? The guitar or the ukulele? Is it the guitar? I honestly, the ukulele is quite easy to learn. I've been teaching myself. You're waiting for me to refill. Okay. Make me chug, why don't you? From Above by Ben Folds. I'm going to write that down. Can't listen to it now, obviously, for copyright, but I'll listen to it after the stream happily. Where's my pencil? I've put everything away. Give me a sec. Still about soulmates? Awesome. I like the songs that fit Double Life when they're in a way of... They are kind of love songs. They are probably written to be love songs, but you can kind of see them as also not love songs, but platonic in that sense. Sick Katie is chaotic Katie. Honestly, when am I not chaotic? Come on, guys. When am I not chaotic? When is something not chaotic on this stream? Let's be honest. It's just me getting water. I haven't gotten water yet. I've just had taken a sip. So what was the song called? I need to scroll up through the chat. From Above by Ben Folds. They're just like songs that are seen as love songs, but also can be seen as like not love songs. Make a chug the second she returns. I'm here. Can you guys not hear me? Oh my gosh. Guys, I'm here. Can you guys hear me? Are we good? I feel really nervous now. Oh, that's what the song's about. Awesome. Ben Folds. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, you can. Okay. I didn't ever leave. I didn't leave to get my water bottle. I left to get a pencil quickly. Oh, you guys make me scared. I feel like there's a bit of stream delay. I wonder if that's coming from my side. Give me a second. Beep, 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 beep. Twitch. How are we doing? Excellent. No recommended changes? Yes. Stream quality is good, alright for me. No problem with the bitrate. Weird. Very strange. Okay. That's long. What's long? Did I take a long time to get a pen or something? Did I not chalk for a while? Honestly, my brain. That's just being Australian. Up. Australian ping there. Alright, mate. No, that's right. That's really bad. I feel like every time I say Australian, I accidentally say it in... there's always stream delay. It feels like it's worse right now than usual, though. It feels like every time I say Australian, I accidentally say it in Australian accent. I've got some Australian friends, but it's like... I know, I'm so sorry. I've probably really insulted an entire continent there. Nah, I'm not even gonna continue pushing it. I could try and... No. No, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna... I'm so bad at accents, man. It's really sad because my dad's incredibly good at accents, but then there's me. Things are tender from where I pressed the frets. Is that from the song? Is that lyrics from the song, I guess? Right, so let's have a look at the notes. I think I got up to the instrumental. Let me know if I'm wrong. I think I started planning from here on out. Actually, from here on out, I kind of had this planned as well, but it was all messed up and all out of whack. Yeah, okay. Cool. So, the first, like, this is the bridge, right? And it's Impulse calling out to B-dubs. when Ren stabs him in the back. Not slabs, stabs. Hold on. Stabs. We've got a T. It's a little bit more dramatic than like piano and guitar. I used to play the piano, but it's just like the whole pressure of performing. I hated it. Slabs. Yeah, sure. Stabs. It's stabs. And then cut back to Impulse where he's reaching at, or he's bleeding out on the floor because B-Dubs has been stabbed. Complex song. Learning the riff. Okay. Interesting. And it's you and me. Is Katie alive? Katie's alive. Honestly, my brain is just gone. It's not working. I thought I was healthy enough to stream, but we're just having a good time anyway. My brain, not worky, but we're just gonna continue. I'm sorry guys if see how it goes. I need to just focus on getting healthy again, but at the same time your sound was off. Oh, awesome. Well done, Cucumber. Well done. You make me nervous, my dude. 5 a.m. Katie. It's literally 6 p.m. I shouldn't be like this. I feel like it's not 5 a.m. Katie, but it's just sick Katie slightly. I thought I was still filling water. Dude. Oh dear. Yeah, it's you and me, won't be unhappy. Impulse and V-Dubs gone. 6 p.m. Katie. Yeah, it's just as bad as 5 a.m. Katie, let's be honest. I've only been live for an hour. I shouldn't be this chaotic, I guess. And now I need to go and fill up my water bottle. Cucumber, I'm going to fill up my water bottle now. Katie o'clock, Katie. Yes, that is the case. I'll be right back, guys. Make sure that the chat doesn't go too feral, all right, while I'm gone? See you guys in a bit. Do not make me chug, please. You really want to waste your points. Think of the ukulele. Also, I'm sick. I'm sick. Please have mercy on me. I'm back. Do it before I'm back? No. Too late, Ellie. Too late. You're finding the same time zone. The same time zone as me. I'm in Central European time. So I think you're in the UK, aren't you, my dude? Which is 1 hour earlier, right? It would be 5 p.m. for you, wouldn't it? When were we gonna chug? Oh no, I'm so scared. Alright, we've got 1 hydrate. 2 hydrates. We'll be spending points on something else, actually, yeah. Spend your points on something more entertaining than me chugging. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. Okay. Oh. Why? Why does this happen to me? I've got so... There we go. Yeah. Oh, well done. Let's wait for a second. You did it. Congratulations. Congratulations. If anyone else is new on the stream, if there's 10 hydrates in a row, I have to chug my entire bottle, which I'm not looking forward to since I've got a sore throat and I'm a little bit sick. So thanks, guys. You have no compassion for someone who's sick. Have that thought be upon yourselves. I'm just opening my bottle now. Actually, in hindsight, I didn't fill it to the top. I feel a bit like I've cheated you guys. I filled it until it started bubbling out, but at the same time, chug. Okay, I'll chug. Give me a second. And don't die, okay? If I die, it's your fault. You didn't participate. Thank you, General. It's good for dealing with sickness. I'll have to go fill it up right afterwards. All right. I'm chugging now. Okay, I got this. This is good. Ooh, my gosh. That has immediately landed in my stomach. I did not like that. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Zimmer. I also appreciate you. Stretch. Okay, I'll stretch. Just give me a second. It's your first time past it. Congrats, Sam. Look at what you've done. Oh my god. Give me a sec, guys. I need to recover from that. I've drunken a lot today because I've been sick. Give me a second. You're making me listen to beginner ukulele. Oh my gosh. It's probably one of the worst ones. You can hear the water moving. Yeah, I can hear the water moving in my stomach, definitely. Why? I literally need to recover. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm gonna go and refill my water bottle as well. And then I'm just gonna have to sit here and recover a bit. You guys feel free to continue chatting about double life. Just hold on. You guys have killed me. Oh my god. Give me a sec, guys. You can only do it once a stream, Sam. You guys are the worst. Oh my god. If Katie's alive, I'm not alive. I've passed away. I've perished. Hi, Avoid. You've just missed the worst hydrate bottle chug that we've ever had. If I died, say something. I've died. I've died. I've perished. But I survived it. There you go. Yeah, I'm just kind of recovering a little bit, I'm going to be honest, because I just feel it swishing around my tummy. The funny thing is, I did chug, yeah. You've killed me. That's so much water. Thing is, I'm a bit sick as well, so like, it's not doing well in my tummy right now. Can we agree, guys, if I'm not feeling good? Can we agree if I'm not feeling good that I don't chug? Because that was really unpleasant. Funny thing is as well, I usually don't eat before a stream because I kind of feel like bloated and tired after eating. But this time I ate before stream, so I'm already quite full from that. Yes, that should be a rule. Okay, thank you. Okay. We need to make like a T's and C's. Okay, I hope you guys who participated, I hope you're happy with yourselves. Right. Water is healthy, probably some scientists like 50 years ago, yeah. I'm still recovering, but we can push on. That might have just cut the stream by, shortened the stream by like an hour now. No. I'll be fine, We're good. What the, I don't know, what the heck is that emoji? Good question. Something science, therefore true. Yeah. What even? Who thought that? Is that like some sort of character in some sort of weird film? Cool cat. Oh, I'm still recovering, guys. Right. Well, I'll just continue on. Ren slab speed ups. What else? What's next? What does it exist? Who knows? Who knows? Pot friend. It's called pot friend? Seriously? Is that like in general emotes? Where? I need to go look for it myself. Pot friend. Pot friend. I know so little about Twitch emotes, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not really... Oh, I can't find it. I'm gonna be honest, I know very little about the etiquette. Yeah, there we go. It's everywhere now. I can't find it on my gathering of stuff, but I guess you guys have found it now. Oh, you need me to keep streaming. Yes, I shall keep streaming. Don't worry. It's a pot frog. Pot frog? Wait, is it a frog? Hold on. No, it's a pot, right? Pot frog. Pot frog? It's at the very bottom. Okay, I'll have another look. I feel like it's organized differently to me. Maybe I don't have a... Do we need a extension to see it? I don't know. We got pearly emotes in chat. Got another gift sub from Pearl. Awesome. Just looked at Pog. I'm happy about this Pog chat. Pog chat. Pot chat. Because I'm still recovering. I feel like my belly is a pot. Rip for me, yeah. Right, let's continue on. So then we've got, come on baby, come on darling, let me steal this moment from you now. Is Joel getting fishing rodded up by Manic Green, and I've drawn this frame, and I'm so happy with the posing. I'm so happy. Generally with this animatic, frog pot. Generally with this pot chat. Some say pot chat, Catherine says pot chat. We'll make that a thing. If I remember, we'll make that a thing. Instead of saying PogChamp, I'll say pot chat. Cool. I'm generally with this animatic. A pot hands. Write that down for a doodle stream. Remember that for a doodle stream when I might. Okay. PotChamp. PotChamp. It's a pot who's like celebrating because it's a champion. He's a good boy. With this animatic, with every animatic that I do, really, I want to improve on something. I want to like start or like focus on something. Look to stage. Oh, it's really hard to kind of get like stuff like poses and composition right so that it looks natural. And that's what I'm really Void Eye. We are going too far. This stream definitely went off the rails. Exuma doodling Exuma stream. We need... I kind of want to draw Exuma in his bone helmet, but I don't know how I'd go about that. I've completely lost track of my thought again reading chat. I should stop reading chat. That's just... I'll keep on track if I stop reading chat, but reading chat is just so fun. Pot Frog Champ doesn't have eyes. Exactly, how can it have void eyes if it doesn't have eyes? Anyway, generally with animatics, I'm going to look away from chat now so I can finish this point. With animatics, I want to improve on something specifically. With the Who Are You Really and the Everybody Wants to Rule the World, it was very much like environment drawing and like colouring. It's just my colours. I wanted to get my colours right. With It's the End of the World as We Know It, I wanted to get anatomy better. I wanted more for like full body drawings, improving anatomy. With the All That You Are animatic, the OC animatic, it was again very much environment and practice and like background, and I spent a lot of time on the backgrounds, oh my gosh. Try to look through its eyes. It doesn't have void eyes yet, okay. And with this animatic, I really want to focus on improving my composition and my like dynamic poses. I want to make every drawing feel really special, like, and have a reason why this person is facing like that, or like not have a single drawing kind of look boring, I guess. Yeah, to eat. I keep wanting to burp. I'm so sorry if this is audible. Stupid water. And yeah, I really want to get like dynamic posing, and I'm really happy. I've already like drawn the building of this frame. I did that today. And I'm so happy with how it's turned out. I look forward to seeing the finished project. I can't wait. I'm so inspired by other people's animatics that they're throwing out, and they're so quick. I'm still building the entire animatic. I haven't even done this like the line art layer or the coloring of a single frame yet. So yeah, it's gonna take a bit of a while for me. I'm not as quick as everyone else. Also, I haven't had as much time. Show you some sketches? You'll have to wait a little bit longer. I'm not ready to show anything yet. You'll have to wait a little bit longer. But then, oh come on darling, Ether realizes what's going on and then flashback to what he did to Scar in Last Life. And that was the frame that I actually saw recently, that I showed you guys just now. was Etho like realizing, looking up to Joel, what's going on, and then like in his eyes, you kind of see the reflection of Joel getting pulled up by Grian, and then it flickers between that and Scar getting hoisted up. Trying not to read the notes. Ooh, oopsie. I'm literally explaining what the notes are right now. If you don't want spoilers, it might be an idea to kind of just wait until the stream. I don't know. It's tricky. Maybe this stream is not one for people who don't want spoilers of the animatic, if that makes sense. Because I'm kind of going through my notes right now, loudly. Farm point if you want. I'll keep going then. All right. And yeah, they both die, and then they emerge as terrifying reds, and that is kind of got to be a reference to when Joel first went red in Last Life, and the frame that I drew there. And then, oh come on, Angel, come on, darling, is up on Enchanter Tower where Jimmy and Tango are trying to get enchanted, but then arrows start flying over their heads, and they're being attacked, and there's fire. Good question, but what are the little numbers near every sentence? Those are the frame numbers. That's the number of frames. There are 60-something frames. I always end up with more frames than originally planned. I've currently... How far have I gotten? Hold on, how far have I gotten? I've gotten to 45.1 so currently, right? I've gotten to 45.2, so I've got 46 of the animatic frames done, but there's usually more than that. Oopsie. So currently there's 68 artworks on the 43rd frame, so I'm going to have a lot more artworks. As a reference, both the Who Are You Really and Everyone Wants to Rule the World animatic, why they're different colors? That's just to signify that there was a change. There was a change in frame. That's what that is. Hats off to effort. I'm doing my best. I need my notes need to be fairly clean, so that I kind of have it all organized in my head. At least fairly clean in my eyes. So yeah, currently we have, like I said, we have 68 artworks. You can see it on the second stack. And I'm on frame, I've finished drawing frame 45, so I'm on 46 right now. And yeah, so there's going to be a lot more. Like I said, for a reference, Who Are You Really and Everyone Wants to Rule the World animatic, they have 58 artworks each. Somehow it made up, it was perfect and it counted up perfectly, but yeah, 58 frames each. We've already exceeded that, and we haven't even done the final choruses. There's 3 choruses left. And actually, what did Void send in art chat? Oh, okay. After stream, okay. So not right now. Because it is a bit mean for those who don't have the Ever in Discord. If you are here and you are kind of like hanging out and you are interested in engaging more in the community, you can join the Discord. We have an awesome Discord. I won't show it on stream. What's going on? Art. Oh my gosh. It's the Void Eye Pot Frog. It's the Pot Frog with Void Eyes. That's terrifying. That is absolutely terrifying. But if you want to join our Discord, the Everin Discord, actually, I have to show this now. I have to show this. Just so that everyone is aware of the monstrosity that Void has made. There we go. That's it. That's the Void Eye Pot. What is it? The Pot Chat? The Pot Chat? Masterpiece. Yeah. Definitely a masterpiece. Right. Let's get rid of some of these apps. Right, so yeah, we'll have Tango and Jimmy trying to enchant, but then arrows start flying around them. It's similar to the drawing of Martin that I did on Magical Mountain. New emote. I don't think I have any emote slots right now. Slots. We do on the Discord, I guess. But yeah. And then, yeah, zoom out to the whole thing being pot friend. That's the one. Would I pot friend? Zoom out to the whole tower being like set on fire and arrows flying, a lot like the zoom out to Magical Mountain when Martin was stood on it in Last Life as his like last stand. And then you have cut to Jimmy falling off the tower, and again, if I had a nickel for every time I drew Jimmy falling off of something, I'd have 3 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird it happened thrice. Would I pot friend champ? Yeah, sure. Pot friend champ. I'm just gonna undo my belt because my stomach is still gurgling from discomfort. I wonder why my stomach is gurgling. Can you guys tell me why my stomach is gurgling? Thrice. Is that not a word? Is thrice not a word? Hiya.
Hello,
okay,
I'm back.
thank you. Hello, welcome back. I'll switch on the Discord again. Hiya, Prince Vince. Hiya, Felix. Oh, welcome. It's a word. Okay, cool. Good to know that it's a word because I had to doubt myself for a second there. Instead of saying thrice. So I have drawn, and I've drawn this frame as well. I've drawn Jimmy falling off of something 3 times now. And you'll also have like a flashback to Last Life because that's how he died in his final life in Last Life. And that's how far I've gone. No worries, Fresh Cucumber. You can't know everything. No one can know everything. Right, and that's as far as I've gotten for like drawing frames. And I drew like this entire page today, plus planning the animatic. I'm quite happy with progress today. Twice, thrice, quadruple, I think. I think you don't have one for 4, do you? Twice.
I don't think there's one for 4.
No, I think you just kind of go on from there. Quadruple,
I think it's just
quintuple.
4 times.
4 times. Yeah. So I can't, it is literally forbidden for me to draw Jimmy falling another time because I can't, it doesn't sound as nice. It won't sound as nice. Quite. Oh, 9.9. Oh no. Oh no, I'm so scared. So yeah, then we go on to the chorus. And this, honestly, this fits perfectly with the lyrics. If I only could, I'd make a deal with God and I'd get him to swap our places. Grian kills Ren, and then he mourns that he just realizes that he's killed his secret soulmate Big B, and he mourns him. Oh my gosh. Tennice. Oh, I feel like tennice sounds like a word that exists. I feel like I need to burp again. Oh, I feel a lot better after that. I do feel a lot better, you flipping chuggers. You know a word, awesome. So, Green cries over his corpse / his gravestone. So Green made a gravestone for Bigby, didn't he? Was that like in his last episode, when Bigby died in that episode? Because I don't remember it being in his finale episode, but people came across it. I think it was like Cleo and Martin or something. They came across the gravestone. So I think we've got plenty of people crying over bodies in this series. So I'm literally just gonna have him crying over the gravestone because I think that'll fit better. Football, tennis, what? Why sport? Sport! You make me scared with sport. How did sport get into the conversation? Terrifying. Oh no. I look away from chat for 5 seconds and we're talking about tennis and football. I found out that defensestrate, throw someone out of a window. Oh, defenestrate. He's originally Czech. Oh, interesting. Made a grave at the end of the episode where Bigby died. Okay, I missed that. Okay. Oh well. But he can. I'll definitely have him crying over that grave. And invite him to funeral death. And obviously, I feel like it's like close to Box, like on Stony Mountains, isn't it? I feel like we need to make those mountains snowy. Snowy mountains. Have a bit of a callback to when Etho was crying over B-Dubs' corpse. Yay, we love throwbacks in this house. Google the origin of the word. Defenestrate. I think that's such a cool word. I love that there is a word for throwing someone out a window. Like, oh, this has happened often enough. We actually need a word for this. But yeah.
I think it's one of those words that like the root words just sort of fit together. Like it It doesn't seem like the type of word that anyone would use until they're like, hey, did you know that there's a word for throwing someone out the window?
Yeah, fair. It feels like something that someone just made up because it was like, yeah, that sounds like it's a real word, and it just turned into a real word. Is it actually in the Oxford Dictionary? Because that's how you figure out if words are real, right? Look for the Oxford Dictionary. I need to close some tabs. It's just stressing me out. Defenestrate. Let's Google this. Again, we've derailed. We've derailed. Let's see. Oh, it's in the Cambridge English Dictionary. Okay. Defenestrate. Don't know what the difference between the Cambridge English and the Oxford English Dictionary is, but that's fine. Well, the word is good, definitely. Oh, there we go. I'm still recovering from that flipping chug, guys. You guys are the worst. So, and then we continue on with and I get into stop more places. I'd be running up that road, be running up that hill. Jimmy and Grian's deaths are very similar in a sense. They both were killed by mobs far away from their soulmate, and their soulmate had no idea what was happening. So I like the idea of kind of paralleling those two deaths next to each other. I know they died fairly far apart, and like the happenings of stuff aren't really chronological from this point on, but it's fine. But I'll be running up that road. Jimmy is strangled by an enderman, and I want to do that in like a silhouetted version. Same with Grian getting hit by Sonic Blast. I also love the idea of a duality. You guys do make it impossible for me to stay on track. These streams would be a lot shorter if it was just me staying on track there, so I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time. Robot is originally at Czech Road. Okay. So yeah, and I love the idea that these two could be silhouetted with like accents of purple from the Enderman and cyan / like aqua from the Warden, with like very simple drawing. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do that yet, but I do like the idea of that, and like compositional dualities and all that. And then you've got like the screen kind of split in half with Tango dead on one side, Firehair, goodness knows how we show him, and Scar dead on the other, kind of like they died alone. I'm trying hard for me to stream as long as possible. I'm not going to stream as long, the longest that I have today. I don't think I'm going to hold out. I've streamed like 6 hours before, I've done that. Maybe even 7. We'd stream SevTech back in the day for like ages. Corolander and I. Firehair looked like a Christmas tree. Oh, where was it? It kind of, oh my gosh. It kind of did. Or like a campfire. What a Firehair. This is Tango. Can't you tell? Can't you tell? This is Mr. Netherborn himself. There we go. That Firehair. Or like a church. A church? A very wonky church, I guess. or like a campfire, because there's like the campfire at the bottom. I don't know why I decided that this was going to be part of his face. Maybe that's just like his, if he had a fringe, it's just his fringe splaying out on the floor. I don't know. Whatever this is, I don't know. No, the Christmas tree's on fire. Burn, baby, burn. Off track again. So off track. I think the music switched off. Give me a second, guys. Do. Let's start from the very beginning. Very good place to start. So yeah, and then you've got Tango and Scar like dying alone in the wilderness because their soulmates died. Yes, I love angst. We love some angst. I'll figure out how to do that. I've drawn so many people on the floor dying in this animatic. I'm like, I need to figure out how other ways to do it. Maybe there'll be like a perspective from above, so it's like head, and then it's like one of those murder scenes where kind of like have, that's not how arms work, but you kind of see it from above, and then same with Scar. I don't know. People like the floor when dying, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, them dying alone in the forest. Oh, well, their soulmates are in danger. Then obviously had to add the ship burns, everything burns. Had to have that. Ow! I just knocked the microphone. Sorry, I have my poor finger. Yeah. The ship burns, everything burns. Say if I only could, I'd make a deal with God and get him to swap our places. Honestly, guys, I originally had it like planned so that I could. I think this chorus gets repeated like 3 times. I had it planned so that I could cut out the chorus bit if I wanted to. But I've actually done it all, and I didn't think I was going to do it all, and now I'm just kind of a bit overwhelmed at the size of this project, I'm going to be honest. And I kind of want to finish it very soon. So like, oh, you're not going to see me on the Minecraft server for a while, because I'm going to be working on this 24/7 as soon as I'm healthy again. As soon as I'm no longer sick. But yeah. Be running up that road, be running up that hill. Is the Divorce Quartet hidden deep in the dark. Deep in the dark, hidden in the deep dark. My brain! I'm so scatterbrained. This is working so well. It was such a good idea to stream today because I am so capable of thinking right now. Right. Be running up that road, be running up that hill with no problems. And then so if I could, Bimpulse and Small Etho, can we just appreciate the name, the ship name Bimpulse? I've not seen it anywhere else. I'm a big fan of the ship name Bimpulse. It works real well. I know it's just Impulse with a B, but it kind of slips off the tongue really nicely. Thinking is always hard. I agree, Void. Especially if I'm scatterbrained, also streamer brain. This is not going well. What time was it when I wrote Hidden Deep in Darkness? Wait, what? When did I write that? Hidden in Deep Dark? Hide in Deep Dark? I didn't write it. I said it, and it's like 6:30, so yeah. I wrote Divorce Quartet Hide in Deep Dark at like midday today, so hopefully not too. Hopefully it makes sense. I think it makes sense, right? I hope it does. Yeah, Pearl leaves them and kind of melts into the shadows. No worries, my dude. Like melts into the shadows because she tries to team up with the others, but they are having none of it. Bimpulse and Small Etho team up. Can't connect your eyes to your ears, that's fine. Oh, I'm nervous. Zimmer, what's the point? Looks like depth. Deep. Yeah, my notes are a bit messy, I'm gonna be honest. That is definitely the case. It is true. We are so close. Zimmer, you have been gathering for a long time. So close. You just need like one bonus, like click the thing of one bonus. I think it's usually through deep derp. Deep derp, yeah. Sounds like deep dark for Exuma. They team up, and then Small Etho burn away in the same frame. So either I do it like this, where I have like, this is such a square, such a good square. Well done, Katie. So this is the frame, and I have like either Etho, B-dubs, B-dubs needs to be short, and Impulse, and Etho and Joel kind of teaming up. I think Etho's taller than Joel in my headcanons. And then it kind of like, they look all cocky together. You just got 50 points. Oh no, hold on. Let me finish this point. Let me finish this point before you redeem it. And then it kind of blacks out on this side, and we see these two dying. And then afterwards it blacks out on this side, and we see these two come face to face with Pearl. And Pearl brutally murders them. And then, is it time? That's not how you write ukulele, my friend. And bloodied hands hold each other in death. Till death do us part, the husbands. Do I do rings? Do I do rings on these bloodied hands? Important question. Important questions. Are the homewrecker husbands wearing wedding rings? Do I go that far into shipping, eh? Oh, that was before. Simmer, you made us so you made us. Definitely. Okay, plus wedding rings. They lent into it so much though. Come on. I'm against chipping. I'm against chipping if it's not something that makes them comfortable, definitely. Come on. You've trolled us all. But they really lent into it. It was like, honey, I'm home. Etho and Joel actually did a bit of it as well. Be running up that hill, Martin shoots a firework, then a pearl. And with no problems, Cleo gets mauled by the dogs. I don't know how to do that. Until they don't ship real people. Yeah, these are just characters that they're playing. Obviously, both are married, IRL. They're just good friends. I don't ship them. It's tricky. Like with Minecraft YouTube, it is tricky with shipping because they don't actually play a character. With the Dream SMP, it was different because they did play themselves, but they played a character. But otherwise, they don't really play a character. They're just being themselves, having fun. So it is kind of tricky with the shipping in Minecraft YouTube. I only really ever ship if it's kind of got grounds to it. Like I loved Jimmy and Scott in Third Life, and that is shippage worthy. Same with them in Empires. They kind of went on a date, didn't they? I wouldn't ever draw them kissing though, because again, they're real life people. I feel like I kind of draw the line. Plus 20 points off. I feel like I'm just stalling until we get the ukulele part. Plus, like I'm kind of like I'm on the A spectrum myself, so I'm like too much intimacy in art makes me uncomfortable to draw, so I don't want to draw it, kind of thing. Anyway, yeah, Martin shoots a firework at Pearl. Cleo then gets mauled by the dogs. You good, Ellie? No, I am. You are excited. Okay. No, I am excited. Excited. You guys are going to be duly disappointed. I just made it so high because I didn't really want to play ukulele every stream. But it's not going to be that. Oh, yeah, she's giving Ellie. Yeah. So yeah, then Scott arrives at the scene. I feel like Scott, I didn't watch his perspective in the end. I need to maybe watch his like final moments because it just all happened while he was running around. It just had him running around while everyone else was dying, and he's like, "What's going on?" And then he rocks up. He cries over Cleo's body, and then we've also got another moment of crying over bodies here. So that's why I think it's a good idea for Grian to cry over a grave instead of over a body, so it doesn't all be samey and samey. With no problems, kind of Pearl looking off jealously to. Guys, are we okay with the typos? Are we okay? I don't know what's going on. I don't understand the chat anymore. My brain is too befuddled to handle this. Can't spell. Good for you. But yeah, Pearl is still kind of like, well, of course he goes and cries for her. Never my soulmate kind of thing. And then at the end, Scott gets up, lights a bit of TNT in his hand, and blows up. And Pearl reaches out to try and stop him, but it's too late, and she falls to the floor. Ending. You need the VOD from this stream. Ending, yeah. And then you got the outro. Kind of fade to black. You're excited. Guys, my voice is giving out. This is not going to end well. Oh, I feel like I've just got to sit here and wait. I do want to chat about the interlude. The really long interlude. The instrumental that is 16 beats long. Chat is in YouTube VOD. It's on the screen. It says, Ellie, get your keyboard under control, my dude. Instrumental is 16 beats long, so I do want to have a chat with you guys about it. We had to talk about it last stream, but I feel like... Yeah, same here. I don't know what's going on, my dude. I don't know what's going on, General. I don't understand the chat. One thing... I'm literally taking off my belt right now. There we go. Make it more comfortable. Can I wait 20 minutes for your points? Oh, is it going to take 20 minutes for you to get up there? Because otherwise, then I'll start. I'm literally thinking it'll happen any second now. No. I'm just anticipating it. Because otherwise, if it'll take 20 minutes, then I'll continue. And we'll kind of start talking about this interval thingy. In that sense. So I guess if it's going to take that long, then we'll just begin, I guess. Right. Now you can spell. Well done. So the whole idea for this instrumental, it's a really flip along instrumental, and I didn't know. 10 minutes for 10 points. Okay, so a minute to point. We'll continue on then. Trying to even type slowly. 5 minutes for 10 points. So we got 5 minutes. I'll explain the concept in that case. I'll explain the concept. So you guys can like maybe start thinking about what we could do. Because I need you guys for this. I started planning this yesterday at like 11 p.m. and then I realized, nah, this is not going to work out with just my brain cells. I need more brain cells. I need more than 2 brain cells here. So the whole idea, I can't remember if I wrote this down somewhere. Yeah, so we have like in the beginning, I'm gonna go to the animatic here. In the beginning, we have like the double life logo. The whole idea with this is that we have the double life logo, right? Oh my word, there's a wasp on my microphone. I need to close my door. Hold on, guys. I need to quickly chase the wasp out of my room. That was surprisingly easy. We're good. We're back. So the whole idea, like with the start of the animatic, is that you've got the double life logo, and then you kind of follow this string all the way during the... Feeling that wasp ASMR. We love the wasp ASMR. So we follow the string, and then I'll show you the first frame. We follow the string into impulse. Is Hilbert okay? Don't hurt Hilbert. Hilbert escaped, don't worry. Hilbert is outside in his natural habitat where he can be happy. Hilbert is fine. I didn't hurt Hilbert. I never wanted to hurt Hilbert. Hilbert the wasp. Apparently Void named wasp Hilbert. So basically, and then we follow the string into impulse. And we had this whole idea where, like, because obviously soulmates get, the traditional thing with soulmates is that, is that they have their soulmate string wrapped around their finger. That's kind of like the traditional one, right? Wrapped around their finger, like a red string around the finger. But we also had the idea... I don't know how to get inside. Void! Don't tell him my window's open. That's not going to help. Don't say. My window is still open. My balcony door is closed, but my window... You could still get... I came in through the window. If any of you got that reference... let me know. And we will be best friends forever. I come through the window. That's some obscure referencing there. So we have finger, we have it kind of like tied around the finger, but we also had the idea of, don't get it. It's an incredibly obscure reference that I feel like only me and my family would ever really know. So yeah, traditionally bound thing around the finger. We also had the idea of it being bound around the heart. What is the sentence to be referenced? I come through the window. That is the sentence to be referenced. That sentence. I come through the window. I can't even remember. I can't remember the name. Ah! Darn it. No, can't remember. Yeah, finger, heart, neck. Thank you, Ali. We're getting back on track. So, around the finger, around the heart. If they've got a really good connection and like they're actually playing it off that they are kind of like they're kind of playing it like they're married, like a couple. Or around the neck. So I think it's kind of like if they're just partners in crime, kind of. For me, Joel and Etho are like very much that's how their partnership feels. And around the heart is obviously B-Dubs and Impulse, and around the neck would be someone like Cleo or Scott. So, who would get the heart? Wow, yeah. I wonder. Haven't we just decided on on two guys getting wedding rings in there, and they're attached to their fingers when they die. They're wearing wedding rings when they die. Anyway, that's exactly my thought, Void. So we have to think about this. I'm gonna do it like this: heart, a finger, I don't know, like a triangle, and a neck. Sure, we'll have a circle. Why not? And it's been 10 minutes. Can we have some drums in the chat? Oh my gosh, did someone literally set a timer? I don't even know if it's being picked up. I think it is. My finger's getting sore. Zim, go for it. Zim, I can't do this forever. Otherwise I won't be able to. Dude, you're milking this. Otherwise I won't be able to play ukulele if I do this forever. Come on. Come on. This is making me really tired. This is exercise, guys. Yeah! Ukulele interlude, the first of, I don't know, the first ever. I'm gonna leave the streamer hangout chat in case someone just hops in randomly while I'm doing this. Awesome, we have the musical interlude. Ukulele. Okay, you guys are gonna have to give me a moment. I'm gonna turn off Epidemic Sound music. And okay, how am I gonna do this? I've thought about this before. I'm really nervous suddenly. Oh my gosh. Let me just go and grab my ukulele. Chat delay. No worries. I have a ukulele. Hallelujah. Oh, as in like the song Hallelujah. That's like one of the first songs that I learned, and it's just such a normal song to play. Hold on. Oh, the strap is really, really twisted. It feels so quiet without this background music. Hello, strap. Can you not be twisted, please? I want comfort. Okay, how does this sound, guys? I did a lot of audio tweaking so that it would sound not crap. Because the first time that I played it sounded awful. Sounds good. Yes. Oh, I spent like 4 hours trying to get the audio right. It took so long. But yeah. Okay. How are we going to do this? How do we want to do this? Yeah, we get the ukulele. Hallelujah. So the whole thing, my whole thought with everything. Right. Let's just go onto Google. Uku tabs. Let's hope it's got me logged in. So my whole thought process with this is, yeah, thank goodness I'm logged in. I have this website where I kind of just gather songs, and each of these songs I've played at least once. And search history. You want to know my search history? No. Not allowed. And it's maybe like the person that you will not find out my search history. The person that chose it can maybe choose a song from this list. Some of them I know better than others. I mean, we have Strawberry Blonde here, for instance. Some of them I've played more than others, some of them I know better than others, but I won't tell you which ones, just so that we have a bit of interest, I guess. But yeah, Zimmer, I know there's probably a bit of stream delay, so you choose. It's so quiet. Oh my gosh, this is so ominously quiet. You choose a song that you might like to know, or you might like to hear me play. If you don't know one, or if you can't choose, then I'll choose for you, or maybe someone else in chat can choose, I guess. I'm just kind of scrolling it up and down so that you can maybe see them all. I'll zoom in a lot closer. I don't know the quality. There we go. With some of them, I might have to play around with like the noise, not the noise, the pitch, because I can't necessarily sing. So many good ones. The Lemanberg one. The Lemanberg one is actually a little bit tricky with the, like I said, with the pitch. I need to figure it out. I remember that one being a bit tricky to find the right pitch. Also, some of them are really like tricky to play. If there's an E chord in there, there's no chance you're going to get me to play it. So I have to play around with pitch a bit. And even like if I can sing it with my with my voice at the moment, we'll see how this works. Strawberry Blonde is a good one. It's a tricky one to play, but I could try. What you thinking, Sim? What you thinking? So that, because originally I was like, I will choose song, but then I thought, you know what? I will let the person who gathered all the points, who spent so much time grinding, that they can choose from at least songs that I've played once before and that I know how to sing. That's kind of like my biggest one. I mean, even if like it's a song that I know how to sing but I've never played on the ukulele before, it might be a bit like scuffed, but at the same time, yeah. Okay. Sheep by Dodie, Ocean Eyes, Strawberry Blonde. Which of those is best for me? I know Little Lion Man very well. I'm just trying to think which one isn't very high. Ocean Eyes is too high, so I will scratch out Ocean Eyes. Or Delilah. I'm just trying to think which one would be easiest for me to sing right now. She smells like lemongrass and sleep. I feel like She could be a good one because Dodie doesn't have like incredible like vocal acrobatics, if that makes sense. I haven't played this one in a long time. Shall I do this one? I feel like with Strawberry Blonde, Achilles, Come Down, and Lion Man. Those are three ones that I love to play, but I can't do it justice in my current state. So that might be something for a future one. But I'll do Dodie, She. How about that? You'll have to bear with me. That looks like a fairly easy one to play. Hold on. Okay, I haven't played this one in so long. Right. You guys can watch along. Do I need to transpose this? That's a good question. Am I allowed to look at her like that? Could it be wrong when she's just so nice to look at? She smells like lemongrass and sleep. She smells like apple juice and peach. You would find her in a Polaroid picture. She by Dodie. And she means everything to me. Oh, I'd never tell, no, I'd never say a word. And oh, it aches, but it feels oddly good to hurt. She smells like lemongrass and sleep. She smells like apple juice and peach. You would find her in a Polaroid picture. And she means everything to me. Oh, 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 oh. Do, 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 do. Oh, 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 oh. La, da, 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 do. And I'll be okay, admiring from afar, 'cause even when she's next to me, we could not be more far apart. Scroll down, and she tastes like birthday cake and story time and full. But to her, I tasted nothing at all. But she smells like lemongrass and sleep. She tastes like apple juice and peach. Or you would find her in a Polaroid picture. And she means everything to me. There we go. How was that? I didn't really read the chat. Yeah, Zim is definitely awesome. Zim is very much awesome. Someone clip that. Yeah, clip if you want. I tell you what, maybe far in the future we could do an actual ukulele playing stream. But that's far in the future. I need to get more confident playing this lovely little instrument. Thank you. Well, thank you, Zimmer, for hanging out so much in the stream. Awesome to always have you here. Beautiful. Thank you. Me not being able to do Story Blonde today just means it can ask in the future. True, true. Save those points, save those points. That's probably why we're not getting many, let's just pause this and get out of here. It's probably why we're not getting many hydrates, because people now know that this is a thing. And let's just turn on the music again. People now know that this is a thing, so they will they will save up for that. Check for no reason at all. We've been at it for almost 2 hours. Goodness me, I didn't actually think that I'd hold out this long. Right. Let's go back to planning this part of the animatic. So the whole idea is that we revisit the string theory, as we called it. And in true KT Everin animatic fully rendered style, totally worth 10k points, awesome. I did wonder whether it was like too much. I remember like I can't remember. I started reading Cucumber's message and then I started saying remember. I was thinking like is 10k too much? But at the same time I don't want it to happen like every stream, like we have a chug every stream almost. I want it to be more of a rarity and make it more special. So good to know that it's worth the 10k points. I will not make it 100 points. We might have a very special stream day where we make where we have like literally 10k isn't too much, I think. That was special? Awesome. Okay, 10k is enough. Cool. So we don't have it every stream. We need hydrate 100 points again. No. No, Ellie. I will not give you that power. Oh, hello. Why is the music gone off? Oh, my phone's connected. Oh, give me a second. I'm being called. I'm being called. I need to quickly mute. Give me a sec, guys. It was Alina. Alina called me. Bobby Carr. Or Skilla, I think. It's her online username. Right. Never will it be 100 again. That was really weird because I think my headphones are connected to my phone. Yeah, they are. I'm just going to disconnect that because the music suddenly stopped for me. I don't know if it was like what it was like for you guys. Right. You guys were too powerful. You guys were definitely too powerful. Brain is mush after all that. Brain is very much mush. How are we doing? Okay, right. You screen recorded that if you don't mind? Sure. No worries. Oh, man. Imagine people like thinking to do like an animatic from that scuffed audio from like any song that I do. That would be interesting, but help yourself if you want to do it. Kind of joining the chat is you can make divorced move from the neck and start to the finger to show that how they become allies again. True. I don't want to draw the I don't want to draw the thing every. Screen recorded my dead last stream. Thanks. Is it like, are people, have I enabled clips that anyone who follows can make a clip? Because that would be, I should do that. I should do that. Maybe. I don't know. If I haven't got that activated. I should enable you guys to be able to do clips. So, yeah. I don't think I'm going to do like the string between soulmates on every frame, because I feel like it could get in the way of some of the frames where it's not really important. So how does one make clips? True, that is a good question. Valid question. Let's have a quick hop on Twitch. Oh, there's a clip button, and you can clip on the clip button. Yo. Smash. But you need to be pretty like close to the happening, I think. You scream? Yeah, it needs to be pretty close. I think this is audible, isn't it? Yeah, you can hear me twice. So I shall just, this is just a clip option. I think I've got it activated so that anyone could clip. Anyway, I think it's next to the full screen. Got 100 points again. Congrats, Simmer. Anyway, back to the thing that we were doing. Music interlude is finished. On to the next thing. Like you said, what was it? Cucumber. I don't think I'm going to do the soul-bound string in every frame because it might get in the way. But definitely, like in this part here, I'm gonna do like how everyone's connected via the soul bounds and stuff, and it's going to be kind of like flowing in one, either in one strip or depending on how the character's connected, or it'll fade in and out or something like that. And next to the stream settings. Oh. Feels better when you do it yourself. True. When you grind it yourself. So I in this interlude, we're gonna have a patented Katie Everon animatic silhouette interlude. So we'll have the silhouettes or like very simplified drawings. It might I might do it like either like the silhouettes, like we have. Gosh, do I have a drawing? I do have here. So I'll either do it in silhouette form, similar to this, but like more motion, with more motion and different poses, not than just like straight looking at the camera. Or I'll do it similar to this format that we had in this little series that we did. Could we get another ukulele today? That's a good question. Ellie did use some with the hydrates. Did use some hydrates, so used a couple of points there. I love how I'm just now hovering over the sketches. Sadly, no. Oh dear. Another stream then. I love how I'm just hovering over the sketches now. That like I'm just like, oh yeah, this is fine. I'm just going to stay here in this folder. So many spoilers. Anyway, so the whole idea is that we have each character shown. Well, so we'll have two fairly close to each other with Ellie and Cucumber. Just as a side note, guys, if you're subbed, you get points a lot quicker. You might have to. I don't know how many points Crow has. You might have to get Crow on a stream again, eh? Get Crow to come on. I don't know how many points, because he did a lot of lurking early on, and I don't think he's used a lot of those points. So just as a side note. Not expecting anyone to do, but just as like information. Just as information, just to put that out there in case people didn't know. I'm not expecting anyone to sub. It's just nice to have you in chat. I appreciate you just as much having you guys in chat, because I have a good time in chat. Anyway, right. So let's get back to business to defeat the brain block that whatever this is, because I don't really know how to figure this out. So what I've done here so far is I've written down all the names in a circle, because I had them like all in one line previously and it just looked so messy. So, yeah, no. So at least we have them in a circle that we can kind of see. And I'd love to like have a look at some ally ships towards the end. On mobile. Oh, of course, like on computer it'll work. I didn't know it didn't work on mobile. Gosh. I know I was on vacation half a month. I'm so sorry that I couldn't stream then. It was awkward. I was halfway across the world. Of all the times. Anyway. So what I've got them all in a circle. It'd be great if you guys could help me with like the allies. And like the thoughts people had on each other so that I can maybe note that down. Because I want this basically to be one continuous flow of one partnership flowing into another. And some of them are very obvious, like you could have like Scar with the jellies and then that flows into Green because obviously they're soulmates. Green flows into Big B because obviously Big B and Green are secret soulmates, which flows into Ren. And Ren can easily flow into Martin, and Martin flows into Cleo, flows into Scott, flows into Pearl. That kind of thing. I want it to be a continuous loop, but there's some ones that I don't really know how to connect to each other. But first, I would quite like to know your guys' opinion on how we should connect the string to the people, right? So, like with B-dubs and Impulse, it's hearts, right? It's around the heart on both of them because they are happy boys, happily married, home wreckers. So what do you guys think on just general stuff? Have a hate link. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. I've been chatted to before as well. I need to switch my phone off. People want me. I've been chatted at. Pearl and Joel have a hate link. How do I draw it? I don't think they interacted much either. I don't think they interacted much at all. Huh. Interesting. Scott and Joel more? I mean, yeah, that was kind of like in the last episode, though. 2 deaths from each other. Is that... Well, true. Scott and Joel... I mean, Scott just burnt down the relationship and Joel then went... Scott is connected to Cleo, yeah. So, basically what we have is actual soulmates and chosen soulmates. And so... kind of like... just Pearl chose Tilly. Scott and Pearl chose each other. Big B and Green. I'm switching off my phone. I'm switching off my phone. My phone is going brr. Right, okay. Right. Scott and Joel are almost always enemies. Starting to get concerned. They just love being at each other's throats. Imagine if Scott and Joel were soulmates. I feel like it would be a similar situation where they'd hate each other. She was involved in the fishing rod thing? True. There's kind of like some sort of... I don't know, I need to do this. Hate each other. And then what color do we have for loathing? Scott is jealous because he's married, just because Joel is married. Scott is jealous of Lizzie because he wants to marry Joel. How about that? Scott has a crush on Joel. Hate each other. Do we have somewhere else where... I honestly... I kind of do as well. You can totally watch 2 streams at the same time. 2 tabs. Cleo and Martin don't like each other. Tango and Jimmy hated Scott at the beginning. But Scott? No, not Scott. Scott. Well, they kind of hated... Tell you what. The problem with Tango and Jimmy was that they allied with no one, really, particularly. They antagonized everyone at some point. He was away for a couple minutes and come back to... Everyone kind of hated Jimmy and Tango. Well, everyone was just kind of bullying Jimmy and Tango. We'll leave it at that for now. well, Scott hated Pearl, kind of, in that sense. Right. What I think we should maybe look at first is how the soul, well, like where the soulmate link would link to the person. So if like around the heart and stuff, around the heart, finger and neck and all that. Because I have my own ideas, but I want to run it by you guys. So yeah, B-dubs and impulse. I think there's no question there. Heart. Should we go to Joel and Etho? Yeah, Tango had to carry the hay. Felt sorry for Tango because Jimmy's used to it. But it was nice for Jimmy to have like a support person. Agree and dislike the genuine plan. Oh my gosh. I have just almost swallowed a cat hair. Wonderful. True. Jimmy, he hated the jellies. Okay. So Joel and Etho, I feel like they're just... There wasn't really much there between the heart and finger. What would that be, like elbow? I feel like it came more from Joel than it did from Etho. So I think Etho could definitely... What is it? That's triangle, right? Etho definitely a finger, right? But Joel, for me, is like in between the heart and finger. I think they'd either be heart or finger because they worked really well together, true. Wrists. That's the question. Do we want to add like more than just that? Because I feel like, you know, at some point we'll just have it like tied around their leg or something. I think we should keep it to the 3. Keep it to like these 3 as in we've got a very defined visual style. With like what the 3 mean. Katie on one side and Exuma on the other. Hi, Exuma. They get a different one, a boat. No, they don't get special stuff. Thorough mayhem. I'm kind of... So I'm leaning towards Etho with the finger because... I don't know how to draw this. I'll do it like this. Because Etho was pining for B-dubs. He was trying to... He was jealous. He was a jealous boy. but boat boys. This is my reasoning. Etho, the entire series, was jealous of B-dubs and Impulse. Trying to break them up. Trying to sow the seeds of discourse in the homewreckers. Joel can have it on top of his finger. Like I said, I'm just gonna have it like wrapped around the finger or wrapped around the heart, or coming from the heart, or wrapped around the neck. I'll just keep it. I'm just gonna keep it similar to each. So I think these 2 are just really good partners. And yeah, I'm torn for Joel to be either finger, well, that's totally a triangle, or heart. I'm not sure. We can have a vote on it. But you guys get my reasoning for Etho, right? I know, but boys. Joel is heart. We'll see what others say. I can totally see Joel with either. If I'm being honest, make a poll. Sure, I can make a poll. Is it a prediction poll? Manage poll? Wait, create new poll. Question. Joel. Where's Soul String go? On Joel. We have finger. And we have heart. I'll start poll. Oh my gosh, I can add additional votes. If you guys wanted to pay 200 channel points, no, we won't do that. We'll do 1 vote per person. Right, so we've got a 1 minute poll going on. Did that work? Finger heart, yeah, cool. We'll see, we'll see. He was dedicated throughout to Etho, true. She really does it. She does make a poll. Yes, she does make a poll. She understands poll. She is streamer. Don't have 200 points. Don't worry. I won't do that. Hearts for more angst. The two of them, they kind of did have angst in the sense of if Etho's pining for B-dubs and then Joel's kind of left behind. There's so many poor guys left behind. How are we looking? Is it already over? No. It's very clearly Heart. Who's the imposter? No. Finger is totally valid. Finger is totally valid as well. That's why I asked the poll, because I was torn on like 50-50 myself. Heart one. Heart one. Cool. We shall make Heart. 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 Finger's valid. Finger is very much valid. We could continue doing polls along the way. Tango and Jimmy. Heart or Finger? Shall I just make polls for every single one of these? I think this will make it easier. Manage poll. New poll. Question. Tango. Jimmy. Heartstring. String. I can't type. Where? My keyboard is really far away. Question mark. I keep knocking my microphone every time I go to my mouse. Heart. Finger. Finger. Stop, Paul. Okay. Hang on, Jimmy must be Heart. I erased the Heart instead of Finger. Oopsie, sorry. Oops. I didn't mean to. I had Heart on the mind. Right, Heart. It's a Heart. I'm sorry, guys. I messed up. Oopie. Sorry. I will do a poll and then I will consciously ignore you guys now. I'm sorry. That was an accident. Tango, Jimmy, Heartstring, where? Heart? 100%. Alright. I don't even think we need to listen to the rest of this. Judging by chat. Why is it orange between Joel and Pearl? Because they are enemies. Oh, the misery. They hate each other. Yes. Because I already had red for actual soulmates, so I couldn't really make red for actual soulmates. Right. Do. Let's get rid of that poll. Awesome. Just watched the new Double Life animatic. Oh, which one? It's amazing. Which one? Let me write it down. Where's my pen gone? Ah, my pen. I've put it away again. Tell me the animatic. Tell me. The what? The animatic. Well, I haven't made one. It's not one of mine. Your Heart on the line. Bye. Who's it by? I will... I know, it's from... I mean, I've done an animatic to that song. But for, who's it from? Who made... Pardon me, there's another burp coming from that chugging. I love Little Lion Man, it's one of my favourite. Lemon? Oh, by Lemon. Oh, I thought you were just saying your own name. Cool. Lemon Lime. Lemon Lime. I don't think I've heard of them before, so... Interesting. Not me. It's your brother from another mother. Right. So we have Tango and Jimmy. Scar and Grian are an interesting one. I feel like with Grian, it's around his throat. I think Grian is one of those where it's just definitely like he's being strangled by being soulmated with Scar. He was never happy with it, really. And that's why he had his secret soulmate with B-dubs. Already matches the characters. It was not your fault but mine. It was your heart. It was your heart on the line. I really messed it up this. Oh my gosh. Yes, Scar and Jelly double hearts, definitely. I feel like Scar is around the finger. He doesn't really care that much. It doesn't strangle him. Did I say B-dubs? I meant Big B. I mix those two up all the time. You guys are going to have to give me a second because I've been drinking a lot. I need a little toilet break. So, you guys kind of like, you know what characters are left? Maybe like discuss amongst each other while I'm gone what other character relationships you think would be a good connection. But yeah, I'll be as quick as possible. I'll be right back. It's not worth filling up my water bottle. I haven't drank enough. Secret Soulmate with B-dubs. That's a storyline that I didn't realise. Make it go an entire heart shape around you. Yeah, sure. We'll do this. Oh, that was scuffed. The true OTP of the series. Anyway, be right back. Be right back. I shall switch off my microphone. Hello, I'm back. I'm back. Looks like Katie's an overripe egg. Excuse me? Excuse me? Did I miss something? I thought I was saying I was drunk. I'm not drunk. Hello? Why am I an egg? Why am I rotten egg? Hello? I'm so confused. Rootin? Rootin? I'm a rootin egg. Rootin eggo? So. Green, it's around his throat. Oh, I never knew this was a race. I wasn't massively in a hurry, man. So as in, like, I'm lost on the rotten egg, I guess. Okay. I've completely lost track of my train of thought. Should we move on to Big B and Ren then? So obviously with Green and Big B, it's around their hearts. Secret soulmates, right? And the colour of the string between secret soulmates or chosen soulmates is going to be a different colour. And there is going to be a string between them. I have an idea for Etho. There's going to be a string running from Etho towards B-dubs. But just before it hits B-dubs, it breaks off. Because B-dubs is now with Impulse. Yay. Did I say B-dubs again? Oh no. Big B and Ren. Man, I just see the B and I'm like, it's B-dubs. It's B-double-O. Big B. Big B. Did I say? Oh gosh. It's like calling Double Life Last Life. It's just the B. It's the B's. Maybe I should just say B. Anyway. With Big B and Ren Dog, I feel like it was never really like a constricting thing for Big B. I feel like that was not around his throat. It was never something that bugged him. So it's now a question of finger or heart. I don't know. Ren would be around heart and big B finger. That's my thought. My thoughts exactly. That's kind of like where I'm going with this. Yeah? Do we even need to put a poll for this? Finger? Big B finger? And then heart. I've just realised I spat at my iPad at some point. Just wipe off the spit, why don't I? Ren dog heart. I think finger. But at the same time, Big B. Oh. What in the world? I love how everyone's been writing finger. And as soon as Fresh Cucumber writes finger, it comes up. Oh, stop writing. It comes up as like something bad. Oh. Wait, what? Did I just... Oopsie. Rendogger brain rot. Rendogger brain rot. Why is my phone... Oh, because I've still got Wi-Fi. My phone's still buzzing because I got Wi-Fi. Right. Oh, what? Oopsie. Did I miss... Yeah, that's... I don't know why. Everyone else typed finger, and then as soon as Fresh Cucumber typed finger, it was like, this could be sexual content. Like, why? Right. So we're thinking, ooh. We are saying finger for Big P, right? Big P like skull accent, any kind of sound they pick up. And Rendog heart. I could also see Rendog with a finger. Or, neck is green so far. These are actually, I mean, we've kind of got the wholesome couples here. These are the wholesome couples. We'll have neck when it comes to this place. I feel like neck should be like for me. So it's like this for me, right? This is how I see it. Finger is like the default. It's neutral. Oh, did it crash? Hello? Did it crash? No, bitrate seems fine to me. Oh dear. Zimmer's gone. Don't scare me like that. Zimmer's gone. Okay. So for me, like, that's 0. Imagine the finger's kind of like the neutral state. The state that maybe like everyone spawns in with. And then if they have positive experiences with each other, it turns into the heart. And if they have negative experiences with each other or like negative opinions on their characters, it turns into the neck, right? That's the way I view this. So, oh, lemon. So that's how I view this whole like situation. So I think we shouldn't overdo the neck because it's a powerful visual. It's an incredibly powerful visual. And actually that makes me wonder whether I should make Rendog's a finger as well. And this was why I was thinking about, like, because I don't want to have too many hearts and I don't want to have too many necks. Does that make sense? That's kind of like my thought process with this whole thing. Make it out of like a chain for some. So yeah, they're definitely double hearts. So I don't think I want to look at the chain visual because the playground, I think it was the Never Love and Anchor. Yeah, the playground. Never Love and Anchor, their animatic that they did, which was amazing, by the way. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. They did chains, but I kind of want to just keep it the visual of like a thread, but that thread is suffocating some people. So yeah, that's my whole thought process. That's kind of where I'm coming from when it comes to finger, heart, or neck, right? So finger's the default. Then heart and neck is, yeah. I feel like their dynamic changed in the series, but I feel like Pearl genuinely wanted to be good as me, Lemonade. I don't know what you're trying to say. Yeah, I don't want it to look like I'm stealing from the playground. I don't want it to look like I'm just stealing their idea. And literally, I actually left a comment on their video saying, I love the chain visual. It's such a powerful visual, so I don't want to steal that. Blink twice if you need help. So I think just even though Pearl was kind of sometimes hostile against Scott and stuff, she just wanted a soulmate. She just wanted a soulmate throughout the entire series. But Scott did not want that. He was being strangled by the thing. But Pearl was really trying to, like, incredibly toxically, to be fair, but reach out to Scott. And I feel like as a soulmate, did your blood become lemonade? Yeah, I think that someone would react like that if their blood became lemonade. And obviously Scott and Cleo, heart. Although I do wonder if we have too many hearts now. I do wonder if we have too many hearts. Hello, blink twice. Well, that's not means that they're. I don't think that means that they need help. Same with Cleo, where she's strangling out, but I feel like with Martin, it's just he wants a partner more than anything else. That's kind of like the vibes that I get from this. I'm so torn on this. I'm so torn. We've got so many hearts, guys. We've got so many hearts. I feel like we need more fingers. I feel like we should put a finger around. Too many hearts is okay? Oh, if I was turning with the sanity again. You know what that means, Eddie? Too many hearts is okay? I'm just looking at it as a whole. Too many hearts is fine. Should we make Ren a heart then? Although we haven't even got like a single pair that is just both of them fingers. Heart is a good sign. It is a soulmate thing. Oh, so is the it around the finger. I think we know it's Wi-Fi. I think we don't have a couple that is where both are buddies, I guess. Because honestly, Ren was also quite angry at Big B for well, quote unquote angry as you can be in these series. Not seriously angry, but he knew what was happening. Scott and Cleo sever attempt to go more has to be further, as in like their connection to each other. Is that what you mean? Lemon, you need to figure out your keyboard, my dude, so that we understand what you're saying. I'm just trying to think also like the visuals that I have in far. I like to inflame a Scott and Cleo sever the attempt to go more as to be further been far. Dude? Help. I don't know what you're trying to say. We can get rid of this now, by the way. Oopsie. Dude. It's making it really hard to understand you. So. So yeah, like what I'm trying to say is try to break their bonds with their soulmate, possibly. Lemon has become lemonade. Yeah. I feel like with Scott, he's being strangled the most because he's being destroyed by his soulmate the most. I can imagine Cleo grabbing the soulmate bond and like pulling at it so that maybe Pearl's pulling at it just to annoy her soulmate. I could imagine maybe Pearl pulling at the soulmate bond just to maybe bring Scott closer to her forcefully. Oh, that's so creepy. That's so creepy. Yeah, exactly. But that's the whole next thing actually, is to get a flow so that we have like one pairing flowing into the next, into the next, into the next. Some of them are incredibly isolated, like especially like Tango and Jimmy have no connection to anyone else. I might start out with them. Maybe they're shouting at someone like, we could maybe then go on to Joel and Etho, and then from that to B-Dubs and Impulse. And although to be fair, I kind of So, ever hate connection? Pearl and Scott and Cleo with B-Dubs and Green, Buns and Green. B-Dubs and Green had no intention of Impulse and Challenge dual madness up to. I do not know what you mean. I do not know what you mean. I wonder if we kind of go around like this. If we actually do follow so we start off with Joel and we end with Pearl. With this like silhouette thing. And it's like each of them in like a pose, I guess. Better shape it up. If you kill the Wi-Fi though, then Ellie will have no Wi-Fi left. Which will mean nothing will be possible. Because I'm literally like thinking. Oh, text to speech, that could be maybe, I don't know. Anyway, because I don't really know who to start with. I think starting with this kind of makes sense, yeah. Because then we can mix up those who don't really have connection to anyone, like Tango and Jimmy. We can mix them like in the middle and just kind of have it bounce, just kind of move on without there really being a connecting line, because there's not really a line between Jimmy and Scar apart from a bit of hate in episode 2. And yeah, because we've obviously if we have Joel, then we can go on all the way to Impulse. As soon as we have Scar, we can go all the way on to Pearl. So it's really just the connection between Impulse and someone, Tango and someone, Jimmy and someone. Yeah, it's these connections where there's not really any. I know they're not secret soulmates, but I'm just gonna have these two connected because they are basically secret soulmates and everything. They always team up, inseparable bonds since Dogwarts. Or at least like, I'm pretty sure Big B thought that Ren was a secret soulmate thing with Martin. So yeah, as soon as we have, this is a logical step. This is a logical flow. And this is a logical flow. So it's really just like Tango and Jimmy. How do we connect you guys to someone else? I don't know. How do we connect them to someone else? Oh, did I miss a hydrate? Hold on, I'm looking up really far. Did I miss a hydrate? Did I hydrate that, Ellie? I'm sorry if I didn't. I've hydrated now. Just looked at the top of the chat and then just see a hydrate. I feel like we can just break off halfway through. So like, obviously Tango and Impulse are like best friends, kind of like on Hermitcraft as well. So we could kind of have. They were on good terms together, right? The two teams, I feel like. Yeah, we don't have to have connecting things. I think I will actually. This is complete coincidence. Redstone and Feather Falling Boots from Third Life. I kind of want to keep it to the connections of this world because obviously, like, otherwise, like, I don't know. We had Green and Martin and Jimmy and Impulse as the Southerners in Last Life. If we do like connections to other live servers, it'll get very confusing very quickly. Kind of connect Jimmy trying to get the horn from Green and being jealous of all the horns. Maybe. I do have a frame of Jimmy getting a horn, and I think it's one of the cutest frames that I've ever drawn because he's like holding hands with Tango, and oh my gosh, oh my god. Okay, you know what? You guys deserve a bit of a spoiler for hanging out this time. Oh, Zimmers has just subscribed. Oh my gosh. Hiya, welcome. Thank you so much. For 5 months. Oh, wait. Sorry, for 5 months in advance? Or is this your 5th month subscribing? I don't quite understand this. Thank you again for the wonderful ukulele. Always happy to. Thank you for hanging out as long as you have. Cool. Nice to have you as a sub. Let's have a little celebration of that. We'll have a little you know, we'll just do a little cheeky showing of an animatic frame, like this one. 5th month, okay. I thought honestly I get all the sounds mixed up because with like following and stuff, so I'm just so used to saying welcome to someone new here if someone new's following, so I just automatically said welcome. But we should have a sub name. Welcome to the Void Eyes. Because what Pearl always does is welcome to the Spud family, and I think that's so cute. I have no idea where that came from, but it'd be cool if we had like, yeah, name for the stuff, like a sub club. Welcome to the sub club. But yeah, this is the adorable frame that I was talking about. He's happy. He's a happy boy. They have the ranch. Lemonade, I don't know what you're talking about. Exclusive preview. Exactly. Now you have 2 things next to you. True. Yeah, so there's the boys. That's enough of that. Enough of that. Back to it. So, I'm gonna yeah. You know what? We'll just keep it going like this. When did I draw the tensions between? What's this? What did I do here? Why did I do this? I think this is an okay flow. And we'll just have cuts here and here around Tango and Jimmy. Because honestly, they isolated themselves incredibly. They were like mean to everyone, but also kind to everyone. I think the crown means that they have Amazon Prime linked to their Twitch account. So they can use Prime. And that's what Zimmer did. Subscribe with Prime. Very much appreciated again. Yeah. So at least we have now a kind of a flow and then the connections. Obviously, sorry, I didn't write this, but obviously Etho's other connection goes from his heart because he misses his last life partner. Yeah, and then it's just kind of a thing of having my idea is I have like the soulmates kind of posed together. So like I imagine, I don't know, Joel's kind of going like, whoop, and he's holding like Etho, and Etho's like also like, yeah, whoop, but he's also looking off into the direction of B-dubs, I guess. Haven't been here for the longest time. I plan to be here for a while. We have a lemonade translator. Oh, I don't have a prime thing. I guess I could set that up. I don't have a prime command. That might be an idea. That might be an idea to set it up. But if you basically, the whole way that it works is that if you connect your Prime account or your Amazon account to Twitch, if you have Amazon Prime, then you get like a free, you can subscribe to someone for free every month. And that's what Zimmer's just done here. Again, greatly appreciated. It's basically taking money from Jeff Bezos and giving it to streamers. That's what people usually call it. Is Bezos still CEO of Amazon? I can't remember. Don't know. Anyway, I'm not really up to date with that kind of thing. But it's kind of like, I imagine the soulmates kind of posing together, and then depending on how much they despise each other, like we wouldn't have Cleo and Martin posing together, but kind of having it in one flowing image. One thing flows to the next. I've got an idea for B-dubs. I need to switch on my light. I've got an idea for B-dubs is B-dubs? Goodness me, I said it again. I don't know why I've got B-dubs on the brain, but oh no, B-dubs is right. Etho's connection to B-dubs, because I already drew this. I'm literally just stealing from Jeffrey Bezos. It does, doesn't it? Yeah. I've actually got this drawing, and I plan to put it in the animatic if there was room for it, but there's not really room for it, but I feel like there would be room for it now. Are we ready for another scuffed camera angle? I think we are. I think we are ready for another scuffed camera angle. Let me just get it ready. So basically I did this sketch a whole while back. Well, actually, I don't even have to move. Light. I need light. Hello? Back up? Kind of? Right. How's that? Boop, 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 boop. There we go. There we go. So we have, need more screen time. Oops. Hello. There we go. Ooh, does Twitch censor the LMAO word? Does it? I missed it if it did. Don't think it does. Scuffed camera angle TM. Exactly. So basically, I'm gonna hold it up. I think that'll be easier. We have Etho reaching out to B-dubs, but B-dubs is already running off with Impulse here. It's actually much easier to see on the screen rather than my iPad. And the song is "Oh Tell Me We Both Matter, Don't We?" So it's obviously thingamajigger. It's obviously from the Running Up That Hill song. The amount of times that I've asked. You say pixels? Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh well. Scuffed camera angle is the best. Let's just close that book again. I could take pictures of it and then show it with like more edited pictures, but nah. That's my thought process with those, with like what I want to draw with Etho and B-dubs. Etho's kind of like, yeah. He's jealous. He's jealous. I like drawing Etho. I haven't drawn Etho enough in this animatic. Anyway. I've got ideas. This has helped a lot. Honestly, I'm feeling a bit drained. We've been at this for almost 3 hours. I said in the stream title, maybe, or like in something. Might have been in the stream title. Can't stop oh, it was animatic planning, so I didn't actually say that I would be drawing. What is a circle in circle? It's a circle. The circle is kind of like the what characters, what the German word is only coming to my head, Reihenfolge. Jimmy and Pearl. You mean like because they're across from each other? Jimmy and Pearl didn't really have any connections to each other. I realise now that this is like the throat, the neck thing. That's the string movement. No, that's exactly it. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Cucumber. My brain is fried. I'm gonna maybe have to end it there. The two kind of teams? Not really. It is so the whole thought about this is that we have characters kind of like drawn together in silhouette style, and it's like soulmates mainly. So like, I don't know how they're interacting. And so basically you zoom in on them and then it continues on, and you obviously have the like, it's either around their neck or around their finger. That's totally a finger. I promise that's a finger. I'm just going to delete that before people take that out of context. But then you have the soulmate connecting them. Scuffed camera angle, aha, madness, drowning the poor artist every 4 hours. Yeah. That's the case. Oh. Aha, madness. Why did it stop at Impulse and Joel and Jimmy and Pearl? That's the whole thing. So it kind of like, it flows into the next, and there's like a connection sometimes between people that aren't even soulmates. There's a connection between people that aren't actual proper soulmates. I mean, most obvious being Cleo and Scott, because they're not actual soulmates. So what I want to do is for it to kind of flow into the next couple quite easily. So my thought is that that without like too many interruptions, we have a continuous like movement of this line. Like we have, it's just trying to lag. Like we have here, so we have the continuous movement of the line. Only imagine there being like soulmates in between, and oh, hello. Yo, it's just completely glitched out. What happened? What happened? Hello? Hello? Oh, there we go. Oh, bye, Ellie. So basically the idea is that it's like similar to the intro where you follow this line, but it gets interrupted again every now and again when there's like a soulmate change or something. But some people who aren't actual soulmates have like connections to each other. So the whole series, for instance, we had Etho pining for B-dubs. So there's kind of like a string there, but it gets broken off before it reaches B-dubs. Like there was a string in, like, imagine they had a string in Last Life because they were basically husbands. But B-dubs has broken that off so that now it's like relationship ended with Ether. Now B-dubs, now Impulse is my husband, that kind of thing. So that's kind of like their connection. And then between, I'm just trying to juggle it. I don't think Tango and Jimmy really have a special connection to anyone but themselves. So it would kind of, the line would kind of stop here. Between Impulse, and then it would start again for Tango and Jimmy, and then it would stop again, and then it would start again for Scar, and then it's a lot easier from then on out to kind of have everyone connected to each other, because Scar and Green are obviously connected via soulmates. Then Green and Bigby are secret soulmates, Bigby and Ren soulmates, Rendog and Martin are just besties in every season, so we could have some sort of connection there. Cleo and Martin actual soulmates, but they hate each other. Cleo and Scott chosen soulmates, Scott and Pearl, and that's then everyone. So that's kind of like what this circle means. That's going to be the flow of the interlude animatic part. It'll probably be easier, like it'll make a lot more sense once I've drawn it. But yeah, I will draw that off stream. I was playing with the idea of doing it on stream depending how much time we had, but I've been streaming for 3 hours and I can just like hear my voice give out and I'm tired. Yeah. So we'll just kind of, I think we'll leave it at that. I think I will leave it there. I'm just gonna check if Sign is online and live. Ah, they are. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna have an idea for when it'll be ready to upload. Dude, I'm not like even I'm still on the building phase. I wanna work on it so badly. I really wanna like spend all of my time working on this, really, but realistically I won't be able to. So like in my brain, and this is not going to happen because I'm too optimistic, in my brain I thought it would be awesome to have it done in 2 weeks. And if we think about how I worked about 130 hours on the other Last Life animatics, and there's more frames in this animatic, I'd have to do 10 hours a day, every day, to get it done in 2 weeks. So that's unrealistic. That's not going to happen. So we'll see. I'm probably a lot quicker. I might actually, even though there's more frames, I'm a lot faster at drawing now than I used to be. And there's not like too complicated backgrounds that I'm giving myself. I'm giving myself very simple backgrounds. But yeah, exactly. I will leave it there, and then I'm going to continue drawing today because I'm just every living and breathing moment I can do, I will draw. But in the meantime, I'm not going to send you guys into the internet, but I'm going to send you guys to Sciencraft. Right. Let's get a rating on raid channel. Mad Sciencraft. Let's go. Let's start the raid. Thank you guys for spending time in this corner of the internet. I'm not sending you off to the void, but I'm sending you off to Sciencraft, who's on the Pearl SMP right now. Oh, no, Cyan! Why? Dude! No way! I was just about to raid you, my dude. I'm finishing stream right now. Literally, I had my finger hovered over the raid button. I'm just finishing up right now as well. So hi and bye. I guess the world really does want me to send you guys into the void of the internet. I hope you guys had a good time with me. Sorry about anyone coming in from Science stream. Nice to have you here, but see you in another stream. I'm finishing off today. Worst timing. Oh man. I was just about to raid you, my dude. I was literally hovering over the raid button when the sound came in. But exactly, adios. I will send you off into the void that is the internet. Next stream will either be me just chilling on the Person P for a bit, or it will be an animatic frame drawing. So look out for that. Look out for that, my dudes. Have a wonderful evening, everyone, or morning or afternoon, wherever you are. See you next time.